Live from the Maverik Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey. As tonight's the opener of a two-game weekend series as the Grizzlies take on the first-place Kansas City Mavericks. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's the fourth meeting this season between the Grizzlies and the Mavericks, and Utah is hoping for a little bit more luck here in the 2025 calendar year. Last weekend, the Grizzlies split a two-game weekend series against the Idaho Steelheads. Last Friday, the Grizzlies got a breakthrough 4-1 victory as Andrew Nilsson had 1 goal and 1 assist. Jake Barczewski saved 28 of 29, and the Grizzlies got goals from Craig Armstrong, Dylan Fitz, as well as a second period tally from Andrew Nilsson, and Neil Shea scored early in the third period. Utah outshot Idaho 41-29, and they cruised to a 3-goal victory. Last Saturday, Idaho got a couple lucky breaks as they won 3-2 early in the first period. The puck was played with a high stick. The only problem was it was a Utah high stick as it ricocheted off a Grizzly stick into the back of Utah's net to give Idaho a 1-0 lead. Trevor Zins got credited with the goal, which was his first of the year. Bradley Wood scored 2 goals in a 5-minute stretch in the first half of the first period to give Utah a 2-1 lead. The Grizzlies led 2-1 after 1 period of play. Idaho responded with 2 unanswered second period goals, including the game winner that came off of Brennan Hoffman's helmet. That was about 12 minutes into the second period. That gave Idaho a lead. Grizzlies put together a pretty good rally towards the end to try to tie it up, but they couldn't find a way to get the tying goal to come through. And so Idaho came away with a pretty easy 3-2 victory, but the Grizzlies did make them work. Connor Mayer led Utah with 5 shots on goal. The Grizzlies' penalty kill was outstanding on Saturday. They went 6 for 6 on the penalty kill last Saturday, and they were a perfect 8 for 8 in the two-game series over in Boise. Utah's taken on a Kansas City Mavericks team that is currently in first place in the Mountain Division. They've got a couple outstanding forwards in Cade Borchard and Max Andreov. As for Borchard, he has 8 goals and 3 assists in 3 games against the Grizzlies this year. So no doubt the Grizzlies are going to have to find a way to slow down Kansas City's top forward line if they want to have some success here on the Maverik Center ice. Utah's been a pretty good team offensively as of late, as they have scored 32 goals in their last 7 games. Utah is 5-8-2 at home this season. Kansas City's been a 500 club at home this year. However, on the road, the Mavericks are 15-3-1. So it's going to be a tough test for the Grizzlies tonight as they take on a pretty good Kansas City Mavericks team. Last month, the last time these teams met, which coincidentally enough was the last time that Daniel Amesbury, Diamond Hands, played, the game featured a goaltender fight between Victor Osman and Jake Barczewski, and the Mavericks ended up winning the game 10-3. Barczewski is going to get the start in net for the Grizzlies, and for Kansas City, it's going to be Victor Osman getting the start for the Mavericks. Osman in 23 games this year has a record of 14-6-3. Looks like a good Friday night crowd is filing in here to Maverik Center. If you're in the West Valley area, come on out and join us, as we got some good seats still available. And don't forget about tomorrow night, 7 o'clock game as well. Tickets are available at UtahGrizzlies.com. When we come back, we'll talk about who's been some of the individual star performers on both the Grizzlies and the Mavericks here over the last month. We are in business on a Friday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maveric's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. Face-off is in about 15 minutes from now as the Grizzlies take on the Kansas City Mavericks. Neil Shea's been unbelievable for Utah this season. In 13 games, Shea has scored 13 goals. Briley Wood's also been outstanding. Wood leads the Grizzlies with 24 points this season. Wood scored both of Utah's goals in the 3-2 loss last Saturday against the Idaho Steelheads. Briley Wood has 11 goals and 13 assists on the season, and he leads Utah with 4 power play goals on the year. My pick to click is Derek Dashke, who leads Utah with 19 assists on the season. Dashke has a point in 16 of 23 games this season. However, he's been held scoreless over the last 2 games. So watch out for Derek Dashke. He's due for a big one here at Maverik Center tonight. For Kansas City, it's really been the Cade Borchard, Max Andreov, and Casey Caruso. That's the top forward line for the Kansas City Mavericks. Borchard was named the league's player of the month for December of 2024. And he was also the plus performer for the month as he had a plus 19 rating in 9 games in December. Borchard currently leads the league in goals with 21, and he also leads the league in plus minus at plus 28, and he's done all that in just 28 games. So he is averaging a plus 1 rating per game on the season. Jackson Berezowski's also been outstanding. He's on a current 4-game goal-scoring streak. Cam Morrison is on a 3-game goal-scoring streak. Marcus Crawford, one of their top defensemen, is on a current 4-game assist streak. And Damian Giroux has an assist in 3 straight games. He actually has a 2-game point streak, and he's got an assist in 2 straight games. Mavericks have been unbelievable on the road. They are looking for their 9th straight road victory, which would be a franchise record. Give me a ton of fun here tonight. The Kansas City Mavericks are affiliated with the Seattle Kraken and the Coachella Valley Firebirds. As for the Grizzlies, they're affiliated with the Colorado Avalanche of the NHL and the Colorado Eagles of the AHL. 2 days ago, former Grizzlies goaltender Trent Miner made his NHL starting debut in a 3-1 loss to the Chicago Blackhawks. Miner saved 17 of 20. He is currently on Colorado's roster as Scott Wedgwood is battling an injury. Mackenzie Blackwood is the other goaltender. Last night, Colorado bounced back, and they defeated the Minnesota Wild 6-1. Here at Maverik Center, looks like we got a good Friday night crowd filing in here. It's an AFCU Friday where tickets start just $12 when you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card. When we come back, we'll give you the lineups for both teams. We're in business on a Friday night. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's game 1 of a 2-game series here at Maverik Center against the Kansas City Mavericks. No relation. Let's get the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Kansas City Mavericks, who are the defending Western Conference champions. They're led by 5th-year head coach Tad O'Had. Riley Weslowski is the associate coach. He used to play with Rapid City. In fact, Weslowski has his jersey retired at the Monument in Rapid City. He played for the Rush for many seasons. Victor Osman will get the start in net. Osman got in a fight with Jake Barcheski last month, and that was the last time the Mavericks faced the Grizzlies on December 7th, where the Mavericks won 10-3. Osman is 6'4" and 208 pounds. This will be his 24th appearance this season. He's got a record of 14-6-3. He has 2 shutouts with a 2.48 goals against average and a .903 save percentage. Jack LaFontaine is the backup goaltender. Kansas City is rolling with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen tonight. As yesterday, Bradley Schoomber was suspended from the team. I believe he is going to be headed overseas to Europe. Getting the start defensively is going to be Justin McPherson. He has 2 goals and 10 assists in 31 games. McPherson is a +4 this season. He will be paired up with Marcus Crawford, who has 17 points, 3 goals and 14 assists in 31 games. And Crawford has a +12 rating, which leads all current Kansas City defensemen. Mavericks, as we mentioned, are rolling with 7 defensemen tonight. McPherson is paired up with Crawford. That's the starting defensive pairing. Jay Powell will be paired up with Jimmy Mazza. Nate Konepke is paired up with Jimmy Spencer, or make that Chase Spencer, not to be confused with former NASCAR driver Jimmy Spencer. And Josh Thrower is the 7th defenseman. As for Jay Powell, no relation to the former Major League Baseball pitcher named Jay Powell, who was part of the 1997 Florida Marlins championship club. So that's the 7 defensemen for Tato Had's crew. The starting forward line is going to be Kansas City's second forward line on Tato Had's lineup sheet. It's going to feature Luke Lowhite, who's got 8 goals and 8 assists in 31 games. Damian Giroux, no relation to Claude Giroux, the Ottawa Senators forward. Damian Giroux in 30 games this season has 9 goals and 10 assists. He is 5'10" and 185 pounds. And Cam Morrison will also get the start. Morrison has 9 goals and 9 assists in 20 games. He has good size at 6'3" and 205 pounds. Their top forward line is one of the best forward lines in the league. Casey Crew has 13 goals and 10 assists and a +16 rating this year. He is 5'9" and 186 pounds. Max Androv is the center on that top line. Androv has a +23 rating this season, and in 27 games, he has 7 goals and 22 assists. And Cade Borchard, what can you say? Give him the MVP trophy right now. Borchard, in the 3-game series at Maverik Center in early December, he was just an absolute terror. He had 8 goals and 3 assists in 3 games. No doubt he was named the league's player of the week that week. And Borchard was named player of the month for December of 2024. And Borchard will be wearing number 28 for the Mavericks tonight. We also see from left to right the third forward line of David Cotton, Landon McCallum, and Jackson Berezowski. The fourth forward line features Diamond Hands, Daniel Amesbury, who's actually making his first appearance for Kansas City since the Mavericks were last here on December 7th. He did get in a third period fight with Dylan Savankov, but I did notice during the third period of that game, Amesbury rattled his knee off the boards, and he was limping a little bit in the second half of the game. Nolan Sullivan was pretty good in the 3-game series in December. He'll be wearing number 19. Sullivan had 1 goal and 3 assists in the 3-game series. So that's the lineup for the Kansas City Mavericks, who currently have a record of 28-3-1. They're 15-3-1 on the road, and they're looking to break a team record as the Mavericks are currently on an 8-game road winning streak. Now for the homestanding Utah Grizzlies, who are led by 4th-year head coach Ryan Kanaswich, who's the all-time leader in goals, assists, and points in team history. The assistant coach is Christian Horn. Utah comes in with a record of 9-18-3. They are 5-8-2 here at the friendly confines at Maverik Center, but the Grizzlies are playing good hockey as of late. They have split each of the last 2-game series. The Grizzlies are 4-2 in their last 6 games. Getting the start in net's going to be Jake Barcheski. This will be his 10th appearance this season, 6th start. He's got a record of 2-3 with a 4.25 goals against average and an .871 save percentage. Barcheski is 6'1" and 180 pounds. He's on an AHL contract with the Colorado Eagles. Vinny Duplessis is the backup. The starting defensive pairing, for my money, one of the best in the league. Brian Hume has 3 multiple-point games over his last 6 contests. He'll be wearing number 4. Hume, the second-year pro out of Colorado College, is 5'11" and 178 pounds. In 17 games this year, Hume has 4 goals and 8 assists. My pick to click is Derek Dashke, who's got 23 points in 23 games, 4 goals and 19 assists. Dashke leads Utah with a +5 rating on the season. So Una Dashke will get the start defensively for the Grizzlies. Connor Mayer, the first-year pro out of Colorado College, will be paired up with the captain, Gianni Fairbrother. Gianni has 8 goals and 7 assists in 29 games this season. A lot of experience among the third defensive pairing, which is Andrew Nilsson and Cody Corbett. Both players have just about 400 games of professional experience. So that's the 6th defenseman for the Grizzlies tonight. The 2 defensive scratches are Cade Jensen and Dylan Savankov. So starting defensive pairing once again is Unit Dashke. The starting forwards are the top forward line on Ryan Kanasewicz's lineup card. From left to right, the starting left wing is Neil Shea, who has 13 goals in 13 games this season. He also has 5 assists. Shea is 6'1" and 195 pounds. Starting center is Luke Manning, who this season actually looks like Cole Fonstad's going to get the start at center for the Grizzlies. Fonstad has 9 assists in 13 games this season. So Shea and Fonstad will get the start, as well as Keaton Mastrodonato. The Maestro has 11 points in 11 games this season, 4 goals and 7 assists. So that's the starting forwards for the Grizzlies tonight. We also see the forward lineup of Reed Lepsters back after missing last Saturday's game. Luke Manning will be out there as well, the first-year pro at the University of St. Thomas University. Briley Wood had both of Utah's goals last Saturday against the Idaho Steelheads. Wood is second in the club with 11 goals this season. He does lead the team with 24 points this season. From left to right, the third forward line is Cole Gallant, Mick Messner, and Dylan Fitz. Watch out for Fitz. He was outstanding in practice yesterday. He has 6 goals and 4 assists in 25 games. The fourth forward line will include Cameron Buell, as well as Cade Nielsen and Craig Armstrong. That was an outstanding forward line in the 2-game series in Idaho. They generated quite a bit of scoring opportunities and quite a bit of energy for the Grizzlies. So watch out for the forward line of Buell, Nielsen, and Craig Armstrong. The forward scratches tonight are Blake Wells, Aaron Aragon, Adam Berg. Berg did practice this week, and so he might be getting closer to coming back into the lineup as he's got a lower body injury. Tyson Upper and Braden Nicolettes are also out of the Grizzlies lineup. Grizzlies are wearing the cream-colored third jerseys, the alternates, with a capital green G in the front of the jersey and green numbers in the back with black lettering and black trim, black on the shoulders as well. Kansas City is wearing an orange jersey, white numbers, white letters in the back, black on the shoulders, black pants, orange socks with black just under the knees and white trim. When we come back, we'll have face-off here at Maverik Center. It's the Grizzlies and the Mavericks in the first of a 2-game weekend series. You've been listening to the pregame report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's the Grizzlies and the Kansas City Mavericks meet in the first of a 2-game weekend series. And now here at Maverik Center, our national anthem.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as the Utah Grizzlies take on the Kansas City Mavericks in the first of a two-game weekend series. Got a good Friday night crowd filing in here to Maverik Center as the Grizzlies look for their first victory against the defending Western Conference champion Kansas City Mavericks. Getting the start in net is Jake Barczewski. He's had three very solid starts in a row where he has saved 86 of 93. He saved 28 of 29 in a 4-1 victory last Friday against Idaho. And he kept the Grizzlies in last Saturday's game as he stopped 31 of 34. The starting defensive pairing includes Brian Yoon and Derek Dashke. Starting forwards are Neil Shea with Keaton Mastrodonato and Luke Manning. Manning's going to get the start, although on my lineup sheet, they listed Cole Fonstad as a starter. For the Kansas City Mavericks, it's going to be Victor Osman. There's Ryan Kanasowicz on Flow Sports. And what a suit he's wearing tonight. Blue shirt, multicolored tie, and kind of a gray-colored jacket. That is a very sharp look. Christian Horn is well-dressed as well. As we were getting to, Victor Osman gets a start in net for Kansas City. This will be his 24th appearance this season. He's got a record of 14-6-3. Two referees tonight, Austin Rook and Coltrane Wilson. Wilson used to play for Kansas City. Puck is dropped. Kansas City wins the draw in their orange jerseys as they'll move it ahead to center ice. It glanced off the stick of a Grizzly, and that was Mastrodonato. Puck deep in the Grizzly zone near side. Shea throws across. Turnover, right wing, low height. Righty shot saved by Barczewski as he holds on. There's a turnover along the near boards. Low height got it on the right side. Fired a righty shot, but Barczewski makes the first save of the game. 15 seconds in. Who's your pick to click tonight? I don't know. I'm going to go with Derek Dashke as 23 points in 23 games, although I also think Dylan Fitz is going to play well as well. He was outstanding in practice yesterday. Same skaters on the ice. Nobody made a change here early on. Draws one by Kansas City. Marcus Crawford, right side, throws it to the high slot. Low height will take a righty shot that goes wide. He missed the net glove side on Barczewski. He will one-hand it to the far corner. Manning chased after it, but Kansas City gets there first. Crawford, right side, throws it towards the middle. Swing and a miss is Cam Morrison, who fanned on one. Puck towards the end boards. Dashke spins around Damian Giroux. As puck goes back towards Giroux. Left side, lefty shot. Saved by Barczewski. And he holds on as Giroux was just inside and beneath the left circle. Got the puck. Fired it right into Barczewski's chest. And Jake is able to hold on as he has made two saves here. 39 seconds in. Both teams switch things up as Briley Wood is out there with Reed Lebster and Cole Fonstad. The defensive pairing is Connor Mayer and Gianni Fairbrother. That's the party of five for the Grizzlies here. 39 seconds in as Utah still looking for its first shot. No score. Kansas City has the forward line of Max Androv, Cade Borchard, and Casey Crew. One of the best forward lines in the league. Crew gets it left side, righty shot. Saved by Barczewski as ricocheted off his shoulder. Briley Wood gets spun around, but the puck goes over to Fonstad, who moves it out to center ice. Mavericks will drop it off for Borchard. He'll skate towards the right side. Try to get it back towards Androv down the middle of the ice. It glanced off a Fairbrother's skate. Spencer over towards the near side. I want to call him Jimmy, but his name is Chase. Puck goes back towards Nate Knepke. He's in the Maverick zone. He'll skate around his net. Over towards KC Crew. Lets it go, but the puck goes to neutral ice. Reed Lebster back after missing Saturday's game. Across towards Fonstad off the stick. Running it down is Chase Spencer. I'm thinking about Jimmy Spencer, the former NASCAR driver, for some reason. Borchard left wings the pass over to Nate Knepke. He'll step over the offense line over to Borchard, who skates towards the left corner. Borchard backhand shot. Bounced off of Cole Fonstad, who was battling with Androv in front of the net. Connor Mayer fakes to Lebster. Now he skates on the middle. Mayer fakes to Lebster again. He gets to center ice, and he'll drive it in as it ricochets off the glass behind Osman's net. As Grizzlies reshuffle the deck once again. Dylan Fitz is out there with Cole Gallant and Mick Messner. Gallant over towards Messner off his skate, over to the Kansas City line. Mavericks will get it in. Skating in's Landon McCallum. He swings and misses from the slot. Corbett will throw it off the near wing board. Jimmy Baza, right point. His righty shot is kicked away by Barczewski. Jay Powell gathers the puck in the left point. Throw it back towards Berehowski, who drops to the right corner. Mavericks will throw it back towards Berehowski. Barczewski, but it goes towards Andrew Nilsson in his first shift of the game. He tried to get it to Cole Gallant, pass behind him as Gallant was skating towards the near wing boards. And icing is on the Grizzlies. 17:44 is left in the first. We're just getting underway, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy a part of Friday with us. Mavericks have taken the first 4 shots of the game, and there's been a lot of action in the Grizzlies zone here early on. Corbett talking things over with the Grizzlies forward line of Gallant, Fitz, and Messner. Gianni Fairbrother is wearing the captain's seat. Gallant and Dylan Fitz are the assistant captains. Some call them alternate captains. If you're the Utah Hockey Club, you call them associate captains. Messner will take the draw against Landon McCallum, who has 6 goals and 9 assists in 30 games. We're just getting underway, 2.5 minutes in. As the draw kind of stays at Messner, it goes towards Andrew Nilsson as he will loft a prayer into the Mavericks zone. Marcus Crawford hustling after it as Crawford around his net towards McPherson. Justin's his first name. He'll outlet it to center ice, and dumping it in is David Cotton, who's their captain. Cotton missed the 3-game series in December. As Cade Nelson is a glance off his stick, running it down in the Mavericks zone is Nate Konepke. Across towards Crawford. He will wing it towards the Mavericks bench. Craig Armstrong tried to one-handed ahead. It's taken by Andreoff. Max Andreoff was outstanding last year. It's his second season with Kansas City. He battles with Brian Hume. As Andreoff around the net towards Chase Spencer. Right point. He'll fire towards the net. It glanced off the skate of Josh Thrower, who might be acting as a forward tonight. Thrower down the middle, take a righty shot. And the changeup is grabbed by Barczewski waist high. As Thrower didn't get all of it, Barczewski snatched it. And he makes his 5th save of the game with 16:54 left in the first. Draws game in the Grizzlies zone. Utah's yet to fire away on Victor Osman. Hey, we got Max hanging out with us. Hey, last time Max was here, the Grizzlies got a big victory against Rapid City. So it's great to have Max here, high top section 114. Max is going to be hanging out with us. It's great to see Max here tonight. Hey, might as well get the headset on and tune in. You know, as draws game in the Grizzlies zone, Utah will take it. As Utah will sky one out to center ice. Puck bounces at the Kansas City line. Nate Konepke moves it ahead. Now Spencer gets it. Chase, don't call him Jimmy. Out towards Morrison. He collides sticks with Dashke. Puck deep in the Grizzlies zone. Brian Yoon runs it down in the right corner. He gets dragged down. No call by either of the referees. There's 2 referees tonight, Austin Rook and former Maverick Coltrane Wilson. As the puck deflects out of play, 16:30 is left in the first. Here early on, there's been a lot of action in the Grizzlies zone. We'll see if Utah can find a way to get some shots here. As Ryan Kanaswich and Christian Horn talking things over. It's a quick 2-game series tonight and tomorrow night. Grizzlies next week will have 4 road games in 5 days. Next Wednesday, they take on the Cincinnati Cyclones. Then the Grizzlies will head to Bloomington for the first time ever for a 3-game series next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday afternoons. Draw over towards the left side. It's taken by Kansas City, as they're one of the best scoring teams in the league, averaging 3.6 goals per game. Right side, Mazza spins it around. Carew lets it go as Powell collides with Masha Donato, who clears it back to center ice. Taking his Cade Borcher, Kansas City, one of the faster teams in the league. He loses the puck. Masha Donato will fling one towards the left corner. Mazza gets there a stride in front of a Grizzly. Nielsen over to Luke Manning. His one-timer, he didn't get much on it as the puck wobbles towards the left corner. Manning gets double-team. Mazza in the area. Jay Powell as well. Masha Donato looking nearby. Action deep in the Kansas City zone as Osman will look over his right shoulder. As we got 15:50 and counting left in the first. Mavericks have outshot the Grizzlies 5-0. Still no score. Puck spins out to the left point. Shea with a shot. Gets redirected by Manning. Goes just wide. Fairbrother around the net towards Masha Donato. As he'll spin it to the left point for Shea. Back to Mayer. Over to Shea. Shea, second-year pro. Over to Fonstad. Left side. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Osman. As Masha Donato was in front trying to redirect it. And the puck deflected towards Osman. He makes the first save of his game with 15:30 left in the first. So we're 4.5 minutes in. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Utah will have the forward line of Cole Fonstad, Briley Wood, and Reed Lebster out there. Lebster missed last Saturday's game with an injury. Reed Lebster in 25 games this year. He has 7 goals and 5 assists. That was a good look by the Grizzlies, and it looked like the Grizzly out in front did get a piece of it, but Osman was able to make the save. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Colbert over to Nielsen. One-timer. Glove saved by Osman. Shot would have gone wide of the mark, but Osman snatched it as he was skating towards his left. Grizzlies will have another offensive zone draw. They did give Nilsson a shot on it, as Andrew Nelson's been averaging about an assist per game since he joined the Grizzlies at the start of December. Briley Wood will take the draw for the Grizzlies against Landon McCallum. McCallum's a +3 this season for Kansas City. 15:26 is left in the first period. Still no score. Kansas City took the first 5 shots of the game. Grizzlies have responded with the last 2. As Grizzlies keep it in the offensive zone as Kansas City was trying to skate back out with it. Wood scored 2 goals last Saturday. Will lay it for Corbett. He'll skate towards the left corner as Lebster gets occupied. Puck goes back to Jackson Berezowski. He'll get it to McCallum, who crosses center ice. Grizzlies back defensively. McCallum over the line, tries to split a double team. Will skate towards the right corner. He'll fling one towards the net, and Barczewski will corral it and make the stop as McCallum was firing on a tough angle. Almost a horizontal shot from the right corner onto Barczewski. 15:02 is left in the first. Kansas City has outshot Utah 6-2. It's great to be here, hanging out high atop section 114. Max, last time he was here, the Grizzlies got a win against Rapid City, so it's great to see him here. He could be good luck for the Grizzlies tonight. Kansas City's been tough this year. They have won 8 straight road games. If they get another road victory, they break a franchise record. Messner will take the draw out there with Gallant and Fitz. Barczewski's been red hot here in his last 3+ outings. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Andrew Nilsson will throw it out towards Fitz. It goes over his stick. Gallant lets it go, and icing is on the Grizzlies with 14:54 left in the first. Draw's going to be back towards Barczewski. So we're just getting underway. Fans are still filing in here. Looks like we got a pretty good Friday night crowd filing in here as everybody's kind of spread out. Not a whole lot of people behind Barczewski's net, but it looks like we got about 4,000 or 5,000 here tonight. Grizzlies win the draw. Andrew Nilsson will throw it out to the center ice to Gallant, who lays it for Fitz. Back towards Gallant, who trying to get it back towards Fitz. It goes past him on to Osman, who will lay it for Marcus Crawford. As the Mavericks skate from left to right, as we see it from high top section 114, Grizzlies from right to left. McCallum over the line. He gets double teamed to move it to his right. Berezowski will take a shot and a blocker saved by Barczewski. Last names are spelled similarly. Oddly enough, Cam McGuire's mistaken the two as he called Jake Barczewski Jackson the whole weekend last weekend. I think he was confusing him with the Kansas City Mavericks forward. Cade Borchard over in the corner, far side. He'll spin it to Daniel Amesbury. It's his first game since December 7th. Over to Borchard down the middle. Righty shot saved by Barczewski. As Spencer over towards Amesbury, nicknamed Diamond Hands. He'll move it to his left. Konecki left side. Shot gets redirected by Gallant's stick. As Borchard eases to the left side, he'll skate towards his right. He'll lay it for the left point. Konecki. Puck goes around the wall. Borchard gets it jabbed away by Dashke. Spencer over towards Borchard. Dashke will knife it away from him. Now Dashke gets the puck. He'll drop it behind his net for Hume. He cycles it towards Dylan Fitz, who bounces it to Gallant. It goes over his stick. Grizzlies make a line change. Spencer with good speed. Crosses center ice, and he will zip one towards the left corner. As Armstrong will lay it for Buell over to Dashke to Cade Nilsson. This forward line was outstanding in Idaho last weekend. Nilsson gains center ice, will dump it in. Buell over to Armstrong, who gets hit in the back. Kansas City comes back up with it. Mavericks cross center ice. Luke Lowhite crosses into the zone. He's surrounded by 4 Grizzlies. He'll dump it in. Barczewski behind his net. Will throw it towards Fairbrother, who moves it to Armstrong. Armstrong left wings a pass towards Buell, who skates into the offensive zone. Buell anticipated a hit coming from Mazza. As Buell braced himself, puck rolls around to the right side. Kansas City gets it. As Mavericks try to skate around Fairbrother, and they do. They've got good team speed. As Morrison will throw it back up top, looking for McPherson, who couldn't hold the line. As the Mavericks reset at neutralize. Crawford over the line, trying to get it towards Morrison, who couldn't corral the bouncing puck. Morrison's a big 6'3", 205-pound forward. As Corbett behind Utah's net will roll it along the near wing boards. Crawford gets push in the back, low height, right side shot is blocked by Manning. Luke Manning gets it, he crosses center ice, and he will throw it to the right corner. Shea after it. Manning gets there a step ahead of McPherson. Kansas City takes it as Manning was looking for Shea. Puck out to neutralize, literally kicked by Andrew Nilsson on to Andreov, who skates towards the Grizzlies bench, waiting for a change. Andreov dumps it in. He will stay on the ice. Kansas City looks like they're rolling with 11 forwards tonight. Nilsson will move it out to center ice for Shea. He'll throw a hot pass out to Manning. Manning to the left side, steps over the line, dumps it to the near corner. Has taken its Crawford. He battles with Shea. Puck goes towards Manning. He's on the left side. He'll lay it to the left point for Nielsen. Over to Shea. Back to Dashke. He'll fire lefty shot. Glove saved by Victor Osman. And he will hold on after the whistle. Crawford pushed Mastrodonato in the back. 11 minutes, 54 seconds are left in the first period. Still no score. The Mavericks have outshot the Grizzlies 7-3. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
We're here early on. 11:54 is left in the first period. Still no score. Mavericks have outshot the Grizzlies 7-3. As Grizzlies top forward line talks things over, Mastrodonato, Shea, and Manning. The defensive pairing is Connor Mayer and Gianni Fairbrother. That's a party of 5 for the Grizzlies. For Kansas City, Max Androv will take the face-off. Well, he was one of the best rookies in the league last year. Cade Borchard, well, he's dangerous every time he's on the ice. And Casey Cruz, not bad either. That's a forward line for Kansas City. Draws the Mavericks' own left circle, and it's won by Kansas City as we're skating 5-on-5. Mavericks spread the ice. Carew turnover. Neil Shea skates down the middle. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Osman. Carew fed a prayer right into Shea down the middle. A big-time turnover. Shea collected it. Shea was offered a gift. He fired a glove side, but Osman makes a glove save. Boy, normally a good player, Casey Carew, just made a big mistake throwing the puck towards the middle of the ice. It was picked off by Shea. It stays a scoreless game. Kansas City's outshot Utah 7-4. Shea almost had his 14th of the year. Every time he's on the ice, he's a threat to score. Mastrodonato will take the drive. He's got Manning to his left, Shea to his right. As Casey Carew is now going to take the face-off. Carew looks a little bit rattled. He's shaking his head back and forth. He knew we got away with one there. Grizzlies won the draw. We're still scoreless. Connor Mayer will throw it to the left corner, looking for Shea. Casey Carew takes it away. He'll backhand it up ahead towards McPherson. Over to Borchard at center ice. Cross ice feed connects towards Androv, but it bounced over his stick. Grizzlies get it ahead to neutral ice for Luke Manning. He'll zip a pass out to the right side. Now back towards Manning on the give and go as he was cutting towards the net. Pass goes wide of the mark. Now Manning to the left corner, trying to get to Fairbrother. He's occupied by Andriov. 2-on-2 battle. Puck squirts towards the left circle, and it's taken by McPherson for Kansas City. He skates around his net as we're about 9 minutes in. McPherson crosses center ice, gets around Webster to his right, and he'll dump it into the right corner where it's taken by the Colorado College product, Connor Mayer, who sidesteps Andriov's check, gets to Fairbrother, who backhands it over the skate of Briley Wood onto center ice for Webster, who battles with McPherson. The puck will deflect into the Kansas City bench near head coach Tad O'Had. And somebody in row one behind the Kansas City bench will come away with a frozen vulcanized rubber disc. What they'll do with that puck, I'm not sure. John's going to be out towards center ice. Looks like a party of 4 there. Those two probably know each other. It's probably a double date situation. However, the two girls are sitting in the left side. And the two guys are over to the right. Maybe we'll interview them during the second intermission and figure out why if they're two couples, I'm not entirely sure why they're not sitting next to each other. As Utah has the puck back deep in their own end, they're skating from right to left. Up ahead towards Wood, who gets to Fonstand. He skates along the right wing. He'll step over the offensive line. He'll stop before he gets to the corner. He's now standing skater. Fonstand to Webster, dance around the right circle, skate towards the point, trying to chip it towards Wood. Wood over to the right side. We'll lay it for Yoon. Yoon skates towards the right corner. He'll move it to Webster behind the net, trying to get it back towards a cutting Yoon. Puck squirts back to the right side for Fonstad, who moves to Dashke in the high slot. Dashke fakes a shot. Now he'll skate towards the right circle. Dashke will skate in, looking for lefty shot, and he swung and missed. As cutting in front of him was Chase Spencer. Puck back to Dashke. He's in the left wing. He'll take a lefty shot. Saved by Osman. And he holds on as the shot was fired into the front of the jersey with the Kansas City Mavericks logo. Dashke's looking for his 5th goal of the season. He leads Utah with a +5 rating this year. 10 minutes and 8 seconds are left in the first period. As both teams will change things up. Draws give me the left circle. Messner's out there with Gallant and Fitz. Mick Messner leads Utah in shots on goal this season. And he's led Utah in shots pretty much throughout the regular season. Messner has taken 88 shots, an average of close to 3 per game. Nolan Sullivan kicked out of the face-off circle. Max Androv will take the draw. Yeah, he's a good guy, but he's on the Kansas City club, so you probably can't root for him too much, though. Maybe we need a Max on our roster. Corbo will take the shot from the left point. That goes wide. As the puck towards the right side, it's taken by Kansas City. As Jay Powell, no relation to the former Major League Baseball pitcher, a right-hander about a generation ago. Cody Corbett to the right side. As Messner will knife it away from Androv. Fitz gets pushed in the side by Nolan Sullivan, who had 4 points in 3 games in December against Utah. Corbett will tap it off the far glass onto Gallant at center ice. He tried to dump it in, but he got there about the same time as Powell. As the Grizzlies switch things up. 9:35 and counting left in the first. Still no score. Mavericks have outshot the Grizzlies 7-5. Kansas City gains center ice. They'll dump it in. Barczewski behind his net gets it to Fairbrother. The captain will throw it ahead towards Buell. Gets hit in the back by McPherson. No penalty call, and icing is on Utah with 9:22 left in the first. We send our congratulations to former Grizzlies broadcaster Adrian Denny. Tonight he is making his NHL play-by-play debut as the Utah Hockey Club takes on the San Jose Sharks. Max knows that's good news, and we are certainly rooting for Adrian Denny and his call this weekend, both today and tomorrow. And hopefully he does a good job, and hopefully someday soon I'll be able to join him in the big league. So we're certainly feeling good for Adrian Denny, who spent 13 seasons as the voice of the Utah Grizzlies. Utah wins the draw. They skate around their net. Mayer will tap it off the glass over the head of Armstrong. McPherson tries to gather. He gets overpowered by Armstrong out to neutral ice. Mavericks back in their own zone. McPherson, and he will loft a prayer out to the Utah line where it's taken by Fairbrother. We'll move it to Buell. It goes past him onto Cade Nielsen near the Grizzlies bench. Nielsen tried to get it to a cutting Buell at center ice. It's picked off. It goes back towards Fairbrother. Now Buell gets it as the puck kind of pinballs around near Utah's bench. Puck is settled by Fairbrother across to Mayer on the left side. Mayer dances around the near circle. He's being challenged by Luke Lowhite. As Mayer spins, swirls. Now he gets to Fairbrother at neutral ice. He'll move it to his right for Masho Donato at center ice. He'll push it to his right for Shea. Shea over the attack line. Drops for Dashke. He's in the high slot. As Dashke trying to get to the left corner, it's picked off by Crawford. Ahead crossing center ice is Damian Drew. He'll fire it into the left corner. Grizzlies run it down. Dashke rolls it to the near side. Chase Spencer runs it down. He's got good speed wearing number 24. Puck goes back towards Manning across to Yoon, and he will zip it. Masho Donato will cut off the icing, but the puck goes on to Osman, who spins it to the right corner. Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the first period. Fortune out to Androv, who will race across center ice. Androv over the line, stops the left side, trying to center it to Crew, and it's batted away by Derek Dashke. Good defensive work by Dashke in his second full season as a pro. On to Yoon, the second-year pro, back to Dashke at the Utah goal line. They'll throw a cross-ice pass to the right side off of Masho Donato, who tried to gather it. Mastro gets it, and he'll move it to Dashke. He's on the right side. Dashke fiddles with the puck. He's to the right side, and he tried to get it up top towards Wood. Wood will bat it with his right hand all the way towards the end boards. As Fonstad skates around the referee and around Kansas City's net towards the near side, he gets dragged down, no call. As Lepster takes the puck, they'll throw it back up top looking for Corbett. It's picked off by Borcher. Across to Androv, across the center ice, and he will zip it into the right corner. Corbett runs it down. He gets it to Lepster. Lepster's occupied by Androv. Lepster tries to break free. Now skate past Androv out to neutral ice. He'll fling it to the right side for Nielsen over the line. Wood trying to get back towards Lepster. Glanced off a David Cotton stick. Nielsen to Mayer. High slot. One-timer saved by Osman. Grizzlies trying to throw it in front of the net. It tapped off a stick towards the near side. Borchard at center ice. Crosses the center red line, and he'll dump it in. Fairbrother runs it down behind Utah's net. And he will roll it along the near wing wall past Fonstad. Puck goes to the Kansas City line. Mavericks with Jimmy Bazu gets to McCallum. McCallum will roll it along the near boards. Barczewski cuts it up behind his net. Fairbrother ahead towards Messner. Messner will saucer it out to Fitz. Fitz races to the left circle, take a righty shot. And it bounced off Osman's shoulder, and it goes wide. Now Fitz behind the net. He's got 6 goals this season. Throws it out in front. It bounced off of Osman as Messner gets pushed in the right corner by McCallum. As Cotton will throw it across. Loose puck is taken by Marcus Crawford, who's got an A on his sweater. He will helicopter it out towards the left side, looking for the captain. Cotton goes past him. Messner will lunge it in, but the puck is taken back by McPherson. We'll tap it off the near wing wall to Berezowski. He'll have a kick off his skate. Dashke gets it. He gets chased by Berezowski. Dashke backhands it towards the Grizzlies bench for Buell. Gets to center ice. He gets spun around by Sullivan. Gets divorced from the puck. McPherson at neutral ice, trying to get towards Diamond Hands. He got occupied by Dashke, but no icing on the play. Buell will move the puck out to center ice and chase after it. Kansas City fires it across. Dashke at the Utah line up ahead, but it's immediately picked off by Amesbury. He'll dump it in. Barcheski behind his net will lay it for Dashke, who pushes his right for Buell. Buell wearing number 11. He's been active here early on. He'll tap it off the far glass. Puck hippity hops past Konepke, who gets it across towards Spencer. Spencer ahead to the right side. Sullivan will dump it in from just outside the Utah blue line. Still no score. About 5:20 in countings left in the first period. Shots are even at 7 apiece after Kansas City took the first 5 shots tonight. Utah's responded with 7 of the last 9 shots in the contest. Konepke over towards Spencer. As out towards center ice, Shea lost his stick. He couldn't accept the puck as it goes towards Nilsson deep in the Grizzlies zone. Over to Shea near Utah's bench. Across to Manning, who gets past a Maverick, but the puck is jabbed at towards Nilsson, who steps over the line. Andrew Nilsson gets around a Maverick. He'll take a lefty shot. Glove save by Osman. Boy, great move by Andrew Nilsson getting around a Maverick. He went glove side on Osman, but once again, the Kansas City goaltender makes a save. Neil Shea and Andrew Nilsson have had good looks, but there's still no score. Grizzlies have now outshot the Mavericks 8-7. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
4 minutes and 52 seconds are left in the first period. Utah has outshot Kansas City 8-7. That's despite the fact that Kansas City took the first 5 shots of the game. Grizzlies have been rolling offensively, although it looks like Victor Osman's going to be tough to beat. Grizzlies might have to go stick side on him, as both of the grade A chances the Utah has had, both Neil Shea and Andrew Nilsson, have been snuffed out by Osman's glove. Pasha Donato will take the drives out there with Manning and Shea. It's an offensive zone draw for the Grizzlies. Dashke and Yoons, a defensive pairing. Draw one by Kansas City. Mavericks skate from left to right. Luke Lowhite races out to center ice. Make that Morrison. He'll fire it onto Barcheski. It bounced off of Barcheski onto Dashke. Now right side, Jimmy Maz with a shot. And Barcheski makes a save. It looked like he was just about doing the splits. It was a low liner by Mazza, and it was snatched by Barcheski. And it's pretty obvious that Jake Barcheski's been playing his best hockey as a pro over the last 3+ games, as he has really come into his own.
You think about guys like him, he's been very high. Also, another congratulations to Trent Reiner.
Yeah, Trent Miner got called up to Colorado. Hey, maybe Barcheski will join him in the NHL in a few years. You never know. Barcheski's been outstanding. He was part of an article that Flow Sports had about goaltenders that might end up making the jump here over the next couple of years, and Barcheski was on that. Yeah, Barcheski has been solid so far. He stopped the first 8. Both teams have 8 shots, still no score. 4.5 minutes left in the first period. Utah takes it away. Pasha Donato across the center ice. He'll dump it in. He tries to get around 2 Mavericks. There haven't been a penalty called yet so far. We've been skating 5-on-5 this entire time. Shea will jab it to the right point for Fonstad. He'll throw it to the corner, but the only guy there was a Maverick and Drew. As low height near the Kansas City line. Gets it across to Mazza. Mazza blue line to blue line pass. Looking for Morrison. Cutting at the Utah line. Goes incomplete. And icing is on Kansas City. So there's 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first. So Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. It's the first of 2 straight here this weekend against Kansas City. Riley Wood's been outstanding for the Grizzlies lately. Wood has 13 points, 8 goals, and 5 assists in his last 12 games. Wood's been a consistent performer. He's got a point in 10 of his last 12 games, and he's on the ice with Fonstad and Lepster. Mayer and Fairbrother are the defensive pairing. Still no score. Shots are even. Kansas City usually wins the shot advantage as the Mavericks will ice the puck. Fairbrother chases after it, and the whistle blows with 3 minutes and 57 seconds left in the first. Kansas City, on average, has been out shooting their opponents by about 9 per game. Mavericks take 34.7 shots per game, and they allow 24.9. In Kansas City's last outing, they lost to the Allen Americans 5-2. Yesterday, Allen Americans head coach B.J. Adams was fired. Brett Ferguson takes over as the interim. As a drop, goes towards the left side. Won by Utah. Wood over towards Mayer. Back to the corner. Goes past Fonstad about waist high. Lepster zips it to Fonstad. East to the left side. He'll skate towards a point. Fonstad wearing number 42. He's in the high slot. Dance around. He'll take a lefty shot, and that's blocked. Maverik skate out to center ice. Drew skates towards his bench. He'll bounce it off the far wing wall. Mayer boxes out of Maverik. Oh, great job by Connor Mayer, muscling his way around Cam Morrison. Out to Lepster at center ice. And he will curl it in. Puck kind of wobbles outside like a spinning top. Borchard out towards Androv. It gets the neutral ice. Androv crosses the center red line. Now he'll step over the blue. Gets back checked by Lepster. Borchard takes the puck, and he bounces it off the near post. Borchard looking for his 22nd of the year. He leads the league with 21. Borchard drops to the corner. Nobody there but Andrew Nilsson. Problem for him. He plays for the Grizzlies. Borchard gets it back. He'll skate towards the left corner. Stops. And he'll throw it to Crawford off his skate and out to center ice. Mavericks have to reset. Less than 3 minutes are left in the first period. No score. Both teams have 8 shots. Androv skates towards the right side. He tries to get around Corbett. Androv throws it around his net towards the left corner. As Lepster gets a rough ride from Carew. Grizzlies will bounce it into the Kansas City zone. Utah makes a line change as Crawford runs it down. 2:35 and counting left in the first. Still no score. Crawford skates down the middle casually. Now moving to his right for McCallum across the center ice. And he will saucer towards the left corner. Mavericks around the net as puck kind of pinballs around a little bit and cleared towards the near wing wall. Gallant ahead towards Fitz. Fitz steps over the line, but he overskates the puck. McCallum back towards Spencer. Spencer zips a hot pass out to center ice for Berezowski. He gets back checked by Yoon. Puck head to Cotton off his stick. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant as Dashke will helicopter it off the near wing wall. Puck at center ice. Kansas City will rainbow it into the left corner as Yoon battles with McCallum. Dashke joins the play. McCallum throws it back to the corner he vacated for Cotton, who spins it up top. Konepke, left side shot, bounces off of Berezowski for Kansas City. Around the net, Dashke goes. Dashke keeps his head up, trying to get towards the center ice logo for Gallant. It glanced off of 2 sticks. Gallant gets it back. He steps over the line left side. He tries to fire it towards the net, looking for Luke Manning. Pass goes wide of the mark. Shea out towards Gallant, right side. Righty shot is blocked by Nate Konepke. Konepke and Gallant battle for the puck. Shea takes it over. He skates towards the right point, gets held up, no call. 2-on-1. Androv skates towards the left circle. He'll take a lefty shot, and it goes wide. Oh, he had a pretty good look, but he fired it high over Barcheski. Grizzlies still in their own zone. Manning out towards Mayer as we got 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the first period. Mayer will move it about 5 feet in front of him to Shea, who gets the left wing pass out to Fairbrother off of Mastrodonato. He'll dump it off the end wall, deep in the Maverick zone. Fairbrother delivers a shot on Crawford. Oh, Crawford looked like that one hurt him a little bit towards his right knee. 2-on-2 scrum over in the right corner. 50 seconds are left in the first period. If Guy Carenza remembers to join us, he'll be here first intermission. Fairbrother over to the near goal line from Mastrodonato. Take a righty shot. Saved by Osman. And he holds on with 41 seconds left in the first. Boy, Grizzlies have got a lot of momentum here late in the first period. The only thing missing is a goal. Mastrodonato got a pass from Fairbrother out to the near goal line. Osman's a big goalie, and Osman seems to be nailed in the fundamentals. Doesn't look like he allows much room there. We talked about Osman having a strong glove, although it looks like the glove side was really the only option that Mastrodonato had. Utah's outshot Kansas City 9-8. We're still scoreless late in the first period. Fonstad will take the drive. He's got Wood to his left and Lepster to his right. Cody Corbett is paired up with Andrew Nilsson. As a draw, won by Utah as the puck goes towards the left corner. Lepster battles with Giroux as Wood gets kneed in the back by Konepke. Fonstad looking nearby with McPherson. 30 seconds are left in the first. A rugby scrum as Lepster trying to break free of the pile. McPherson comes out with a puck. McPherson will sky it out towards Andrew Nelson. He turns it over. Konepke skates in, but they're offside as a Maverick had skated into the zone before Cam Morrison. So Draw's going to come back to neutralize. We got a pretty good Friday night crowd here on an AFCU Friday. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night here at Maverik Center. Second and final game of the homestand. Grizzlies will be on the road for 4 straight. And then the next homestand after this weekend will feature the Wichita Thunder in town for a 3-game set. Wichita's off to a good start this season. January 24th, 25th, and 27th. And then Idaho's in for 3 games. January 31st as well as February 1st and 3rd. 16.8 seconds are left in the first period. Draw's going to be near the Grizzlies bench. And the Grizzlies, they got to have the best dressed coaches in the league with Ryan Kanasowicz and Christian Horn, what they're wearing tonight. Jackson Hibbard, the equipment manager, DJ McFarland, the assistant equipment manager, and Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, are all wearing green polo shirts. That's a very sharp look as well. And the Grizzlies have the alternate cream colored jerseys. That's a pretty sharp look as well. I'm probably the worst dressed person here in the building. It's too bad. Maybe tomorrow I'll dress up. Fishing night, February 15th, I'm definitely going to dress up. After a little bit of a delay, draw won by Kansas City. McPherson along the near wing boards and neutralized. Battles with Lepster. Taking the puck is low high. He'll dump it in. Nilsson throws it towards the far wing wall. Kansas City gets it. Lefty shot. Saved by Barczewski. Puck's down to the left side. Lefty shot goes wide. That was taken by Morrison. As McPherson battles with Lepster, time runs out here in the first period. We've played 20 minutes here at Maverik Center. There's still no score. Both teams had 9 shots. Kansas City had the first 5 shots of the contest, which came over the first 4 minutes of play. And the Grizzlies have responded after that Kansas City barrage. And after Kansas City took the first 5 shots, Utah shot them 9-4 the rest of the first period. We'll see if Guy Carenza remembers to join us here for the first intermission. He's in the building as the Amarillo Wranglers are having a bye week. Obviously, Guy was our broadcast colleague here a couple years ago. He's in the building. We'll see if we can get Guy Carenza on the other side. We'll also recap the first 20 minutes of plays. We've been hanging out with Max Brown here in the first period. We're through one frame here at Maverik Center. There's no score between the Grizzlies and the Mavericks. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Now we're through one period here at Maverik Center. We'll talk with Guy Carenza here later on during the first intermission as we're hanging out with Max. He's high top section 114. We'll have Guy here in a couple minutes. Both teams had 9 shots in a scoreless first period. Utah had 5 scoring chances. Kansas City had 4. Boy, Neil Shea probably would love to have that shot back as Casey Crew turned the puck over about 7 or 8 minutes in. Shea was offered a gift. He went glove side on Osman, but Victor Osman made an outstanding save. Keaton Mastrodonado and Andrew Nilsson also had pretty good looks from the left wing, but it remains a scoreless game. Both goaltenders have had to make some grade A saves, and both have. And it looks like we are going to have a lower scoring game. Osman saved all 9 in the first period, and Utah's Jake Barcheski has been outstanding lately. Barcheski saved all 9 in the first period. The face-off battle is pretty close to even. Utah won 11 face-offs in the first period. Kansas City won 10. Both teams had 5 hits in the first period, and both had 5 giveaways in the first period. So you're talking about as evenly matched a first period as you can possibly get. Let's go over some NHL scores here on this Friday night. Let's check in on those who are living the dream. First intermission, San Jose leads the Utah Hockey Club 1-0 as Fabian Zetterlund scored his 12th of the year, 58 seconds in. So it looks like San Jose's got an early lead. Utah leads San Jose in the shot count 10-8. Utah has 9 hits. San Jose has 4. And the goal 58 seconds in is the difference in the game. And once again, we congratulate Adrian Denny, the former voice of the Grizzlies. He is making his NHL play-by-play debut tonight over about 7.3 miles away from here over at Delta Center. After 2 periods, LA leads Winnipeg 1-0. Boy, the city of Los Angeles could certainly use a break, and the Kings right now have a second intermission lead, 1-0. Turcotte scored 4:39 into the second. Games have gone final. Red Wings defeat the Blackhawks 5-3. And in overtime, Montreal defeats Washington 3-2. Hurricanes shut out the Canucks 2-0. Those are the games that have gone final. The only 2 games in progress. San Jose leads Utah 1-0, and the Kings lead the Jets after 2 periods 1-0. Let's see if we can get some Mountain Division scores. Once again, we'll talk with our good friend Guy Krenza here shortly. After 1 period, Idaho leads Florida 2-1. All the Coca-Cola can race is going on. Sprite's got an early lead over Diet Coke. Fanta's in 3rd. Coca-Cola's in 4th as they're about halfway through. Sprite to the left side as they get around to the net to the left side, which was defended by Osman. Fanta takes a spill. Sprite gets towards neutral ice with a very awkward-looking running style as Diet Coke is in 2nd. Sprite gets a high five from Grisby as Sprite cruises to a victory. Diet Coke falls down over in the left circle. Over on the right side, Fanta passes Diet Coke and finishes 2nd. Coca-Cola finishes 3rd, and Diet Coke will finish in 4th. So with the victory for Sprite, despite the awkward-looking running style, that means that Sprite has 4 victories in the Coca-Cola can race. Sprite takes a tie with Coca-Cola. Both cans have 4 victories. Diet Coke has 3 wins, and Fanta has 1 win in the Coca-Cola can race. Idaho leads Florida 2-1 after 1 period. Also after 1, Rapid City leads Tahoe 1-0. One other Mountain Division game that's in progress. Early 3rd period, Wichita leads Allen 4-2. Allen yesterday fired head coach B.J. Adams. It is the head coaching debut for interim coach Brett Ferguson. And Wichita leads 4-2. That game's early in the 3rd period. We'll come back and talk with Guy Krenz on the other side as we're scoreless after 1 period. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Look at this party we got here, high top section 114. Tyson Whiting with Guy Krenz. What year is this? A 2000 22-23 year.
It's a throwback. It's definitely a throwback, but it's good to be back here for a bit. Thanks for having me on.
The Amarillo Wranglers have a bye week, and I guess that brings you back to the Salt Lake Valley. How are things been going in Amarillo?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, I love it down there. The people are awesome. I mean, the team is great. Love working down there. But, I got a bye week. Had a chance to come back and see some family, and I was in the area. Grizzlies were playing. You knew I wasn't going to miss it, so here I am.
Multiple hockey games this week. You and I were both in attendance on Wednesday night for the Panthers Utah Hockey Club national TV game where Florida won 4-1. Yep. And that was a fun one. So I guess it's pretty much a hockey week here in the Salt Lake Valley.
It is. I mean, there's a big hockey boom going on around not just the Salt Lake Valley, but it feels like the whole world.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, I mean, especially in America with, United States taking the gold medal in the World Juniors, it seems like hockey's on the rise. It's like the fastest growing sport in America right now.
Certainly in the state of Utah, it's the fastest growing sport. And what can you say? It's well deserved. I mean, hockey is one of those things, fast-paced action. Looks like we got a good crowd, and they've been entertained. And despite the fact that it was a scoreless first period, people had a lot of fun here.
I came here with my family. Everybody's having a whole bunch of fun. There's a lot of rowdy folks over in Section 111, I'll tell you that. But the atmosphere in this building is great. It always has been. And, that's kind of what you need in a low-scoring first period. Nothing really going on. You got to get that energy from the crowd, and they've been supplying it so far.
We got Diamond Hands on the Kansas City side. We might see a fight. In fact, the last time Diamond Hands played was on December 7th here at Maverik Center. You mentioned Section 111 being a rowdy bunch. I think Max Galad of Tulsa once said that they were number one.
They might be number one. I usually I spent a lot of time here in top Section 114 with you, but I mean, over at that section, they can get loud. They've got guys with drums and horns over there, and I mean, they can voice their opinions, and they can voice them very loud.
What kind of view of the ice do you get in Amarillo?
Oh, it's great. It's similar to what you've got, but it's a little bit higher. So you can imagine this upper level above us. That's where I'm at. Get the upper deck all to myself, and it's like a top-down kind of view. And really what I've said is this is the best seat in the bullpen. So they treat me well with that.
And the Budweiser bullpen, that's the arena over in Amarillo.
Yeah, it's a great barn. It's one of my favorites for sure. And the crowd there is great. Wrangler Nation, they always come out to support their Wranglers, and they make every night fun as well. Great place to be.
She went from Grizzmania on to Wrangler Nation.
Yep.
What'd you notice in the first period? Neil Shea, there was that turnover there. Carew just gave Shea a gift. Shea tried to go glove side, and Osman looks like he's got a pretty strong glove.
It does. The Grizzlies had a couple of good chances there in that first period. Chances were kind of far and few between. It kind of looked like the Grizzlies were playing a little bit of a trap game there in the first. And, that's all right because, think about the previous experiences that these two teams have had in the past with each other. Those games kind of got out of hand, a lot of high-scoring affairs there. Seems like the Grizzlies kind of want to keep this thing in check, kind of want to play their style of game here. And so in the first period, you get a chance like that. You want to make the most of those opportunities. Unfortunately, it doesn't go their way, but you like seeing those chances, especially against the defending Western Conference champs.
Goals might be at a premium. Both goaltenders look like they've got a lot of confidence, and Jake Barczewski's really picked it up over the last 3+ games.
Yeah, he looked composed there in the first period, and I think if the Grizzlies are going to climb back into the playoff picture, I think it starts with goaltending. And similar to our situation in Amarillo, you start off the season with great goaltending, and I think that's the first pillar of becoming a playoff team. You got to have someone in net that you can trust. And so for the Grizzlies, he came out there, played a good first period. Let's see if he can wrap up the final 40 and back that first period performance up.
It's just a party here in the Salt Lake Valley. You're in town. Adrian Denny's making his NHL play-by-play debut about 7.3 miles away when the Utah Hockey Club take on San Jose. San Jose's got a 1-0 lead after one period. Hey, 2025, maybe it's the year.
It's the year of hockey, that's for sure. And it's not slowing down at any point, I can tell you that.
Both teams had 9 shots in the first period. Derek Dashke and Andrew Nilsson each had 2 shots to lead Utah. For Kansas City, Cam Morrison led the way with 2 shots. He was the only Maverick to have more than 1 shot in the first period. When's the Wranglers' next home game? I actually hear that Wranglers games can be seen on YouTube.
That's
the
right.
Audio broadcast,
you know what?
Just
you
like
started that.
Games.
You're the YouTube pioneer. And then I started my career in Amarillo, and I was like, you know what? I think that YouTube thing is pretty awesome. I think I'm going to start doing that too. So, yeah, you can listen to our games on YouTube as well. And our next game is on next Friday. We're going to be taking on the New Mexico Ice Wolves, and that is going to be a rematch of our playoff series from last season. I've been looking forward to that matchup for a long time because for whatever reason, the schedule makers just put that matchup off until the 2025 calendar year. So it's going to be a very high-spirited affair, I can tell you that. And I'm really looking forward to it. So Friday and Saturday, it's going to be some good matchups at the bullpen.
Nice looking sweater. You got a Grizzlies professional green there.
Yeah, I just threw on a green hoodie. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of the Grizzlies cream colored jerseys? It's a shame they didn't have those when you were here.
Yeah, I used to like the one that I think was the first season I was here, where they did the diagonal Utah. There's a couple of people wearing them in the crowd, but it's that green one with the diagonal Utah, the bear claw across the bottom. That one's pretty sick.
You mean we had the diagonal Utah first?
Yeah, we did. We had the diagonal Utah first, and then the hockey club came and said, you know what? I think that's a pretty good idea.
That's a good
Maybe we might do that. But I think that green jersey has been my favorite. But I like this one that the Grizzlies have here tonight. It's kind of like that Pittsburgh Penguins Winter Classic look. They just swapped out the P for a G.
You love those Pittsburgh teams, those Pittsburgh sports.
Yeah,
Pirates, Penguins.
I like those jerseys.
Steelers.
And for the Grizzlies to take a page out of that book, not bad. Not bad.
The Jazz tried that black and yellow thing. It didn't work out so well, so they're back to purple.
I think the Jazz, they had a good look with the purple and the blue. So it looks like they're going back to that. That's what they need to stick with. No more of this rotating color palette. Just stick with that purple and the blue there.
Guy Krenz, it's great to have you here, and welcome back to Utah. And
thank you.
Hopefully things go well with the Amarillo Wranglers here in the second half of the season.
You as well. Always great seeing you, and thank you for having me in section 114 in the broadcast booth.
Grizzmania is alive and well here at Maverik Center this season, and we'll see if the Grizzlies can get a victory against a tough Kansas City club.
I think they can do it. You know what? No score in the first period. That gives us more time to make her click the pick. I'm going Reed Lebster here tonight.
You got Lebster. I'm still going with Dashke, partly because I got a really good goal call. If Dashke's able to connect for his fifth goal of the season, I'm really looking forward to that. Dashke's due. Dylan Fitz has been outstanding. He had a great practice yesterday, and he had a good look in the first period as well.
Well, it's going to be a good second period, and I think the Grizzlies are playing this game right now, but I expect things to break open here in the second.
Hey, the second period's been good for the Grizzlies. They have a second period goal in 15 of their last 16 games. Maybe this is the period the Grizzlies break through and get a lead.
I think this is it. I like the Grizzlies' chances right now, and going toe-to-toe with the defending Western Conference champions. You take this score all day, any day, and you got the crowd roaring at their backs. Makes for a fun second.
Grizzlies had 5 scoring chances in the first period. Kansas City had 4. Grizzlies won the face-off battle 11-10. Both teams had 5 hits, and both teams had 5 giveaways in the first period. There wasn't a single power play. No penalties committed in the first 20 minutes of play. Guy, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll be rooting on the Amarillo Wranglers all season.
Thanks for having me.
That's Guy Krenz. We'll come back and have second period action as the Grizzlies and Mavericks are scoreless on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Now the officials are on the ice. Former Maverick Coltrane Wilson is one of the 2 referees who was with Kansas City about 2 or 3 years ago. It was great to have Guy Krenz here hanging out with us this week. I was with them. We actually went to the same hockey game 2 days ago, even though we kind of arrived separately, and had lunch with Guy earlier today. And, he is a good guy, if you will, and he's done a great job with the Amarillo Wranglers. This is his second season with the Wranglers. Him and I were a tag team during the 2022-23 season. The Grizzlies made the playoffs, won the first 2 games in the first round series, and then lost 4 straight overtime contests. The Idaho Steelheads. Both teams are on the ice here for second period action. Both goaltenders were outstanding in the first. Jake Barczewski over to the left side. He saved all 9 shots. Barczewski's really come into his own, and it really started with his first professional win, which came against Rapid City in the final game of the 2024 calendar year, where he saved 27 of 30 on December 28th. The Grizzlies won 5-3, and really in a tough place to play in Boise. Barczewski was outstanding. He saved 28 of 29 last Friday in a 4-1 victory, and for my money, last Friday was probably the best start to finish 60-minute effort the Grizzlies have given all season. Utah really played well on Saturday. The first goal on Saturday was scored off a Utah high stick. We didn't really get a good replay to clarify that during the game, so I spent the whole game thinking that it was an Idaho high stick, but it was really a Utah high stick, which made it a legal play. And then the game winner, which was scored by Brennan Hoffman, was scored off the helmets. So, two of the three goals were just absolute luck plays by Idaho. Barczewski did a great job keeping the Grizzlies in it as they show some replays here of the highlights. And really, it's just going to be a goaltending show. Barczewski and Osman. Dashke had a good look from the left point. Big-time turnover there. Carew just threw it towards the middle of the ice. The only guy there was Nil Shea. Shea went glove side a little bit low, tried to get it under the arm of Osman, and Osman made a great save. And then Fitz over to the left side, had a pretty good look. And then right there late in the first period, Masher Donato had a pretty good chance from the left side. To start the third period, Grizzlies will have the forward line of Neil Shea, Luke Manning, and Keaton Masher Donato from left to right. Dashke and Yoon as the defensive pairing. For Kansas City, they're going to start out with their top forward line to Max Androv down the middle with Carew to the left and Borchard to the right, and McPherson and Crawford defensively. Grizzlies will be skating from left to right as we see it from high top section 114. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. That is right. We do know what YouTube's known for, but hey, we'll try to paint a picture for you. Coltrane Wilson, the referee will drop the puck as they put, there's actually a second that went off the clock, so they reset the clock to 20 minutes as we will have second period action here at Maverik Center. Puck is dropped and it's won by Kansas City. Back deep in their own zone, McPherson backhands it across towards Crawford, who zips it out to center ice looking for Borchard. Tapped off the stick of Manning, who battled with Borchard. Androv tried to loft one out towards Barczewski, and the Grizzlies will carry it back to center ice. Kansas City will fire it off the near wing boards back in the Grizzlies zone. Brian Yoon gets it. He'll move it out towards Shea, throws it back into the Grizzlies zone as Shea was battling with McPherson. Dashke runs it down. He'll skip it from one corner to the other as Yoon skates around Utah's net towards the far side. Dashke out to center ice for Shea. He'll fire a hop pass out to Masher Donato, lays it for Yoon, who steps in on side. As Shea gets it towards Manning, who gets spun around in the slot. Taking the puck is Kansas City's Cade Borchard. Borchard, early candidate for the league MVP award. Steps over the line, fires to the left corner. Androv over towards Borchard, overskates the puck. Dashke gathers it as we're still scoreless. Dashke will sauce one out towards Masher Donato. It goes over a stick about knee-high onto Osman as icing is on Utah as we have played 59 seconds here in the second period. So John's going to come back towards Jake Barczewski. Fans having a good time here. Looks like we got a pretty good Friday night crowd. Kind of spread out here across the lower bowl at Maverik Center. McCallum will take the draw against Luke Manning. Neither team's taken a shot here so far early in the second period. These teams will meet once again tomorrow night. Same time, same channel, 7:10. Here in the Mountain Time Zone. Get your tickets, UtahGrizzlies.com. Dashke will sky one out towards center ice. Puck bounces. Konepke gets it back in his own zone. He'll tattoo it off the near boards. Cotton moves to his right. McCallum skis into the offensive zone. He'll take a shot and hits off the near post. Konepke around the wall. Shea runs it down in the right corner. Shea will bounce it off of Maverik, and that's McCallum. Now Shea gets it back, and he'll throw it around the net towards Dashke. He'll tap it off the near glass. Goes out to neutralize. Konepke will fire it back in as Barczewski stops behind his net towards Yoon. He'll fire it off the near wall and chase after it. Getting there first, McCallum will get it towards Berezowski. Now to the right side, David Cotton over in the right corner. Trying to feed it up top and fanned on it. As Berezowski shovels it out in front. It bounced off the stick on to the right side. As Spencer zips it up top. Berezowski's shot is blocked by Dashke. Berezowski gets it back. He'll skate towards the right corner. And he backhands it up top for Konepke. Nate Konepke on the right side, a big defenseman. About 6'4", he'll toss it off the left corner. Yoon skates around his net with the puck. He'll throw it back to the spot he vacated. Shea gets hit in the back. Kansas City looks to center, and it's picked off by Manning. Dashke gets there about the same time as Drew at neutral ice. Drew will fire it back in as gathering the puck is Morrison. He'll look to center it. Puck goes towards the right side and past Drew. Grizzlies cross center ice. Racing into the offensive zone is Connor Mayer. He gets a jabbed away. Make that Lebster number 17. Lebster is moving pretty well. He had a lower body injury that kept him out of last Saturday's game. Behind the net, Jay Powell will chip it along the far wing wall. Puck is taken by Low Height. He'll skip it out to Morrison. Morrison skates towards the right circle. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Barcheski. Rebound shot to score. And the Mavericks take a 1-0 lead. Shot from the right side, bounced off of Barcheski, and it bounced like a basketball towards the left circle. And getting the goal is Damian Giroux. He picks up his 10th of the year. And the Mavericks draw first blood with 17-19 left in the second. Like puck bounced off of Barcheski. He kind of was leaning a little bit too far towards the left after the shot was taken. Couldn't quite recover to move back to his right. So Giroux gets the goal, his 10th of the year. He joins the double-digit goal-scoring club. Among active Kansas City players, he's the 4th player with 10 or more goals. As a goal scored by Giroux, the assists go to Luke Lowhite and Cam Morrison. Morrison gets his 10th assist this season. Lowhite gets his 9th. Time of goal 2:41 into the second period. Dylan Fitz will take the draw at center ice. Mavericks have taken the first 2 shots here in the second period, and they both came about the same time. Shot from the right side, then obviously the goal scored from the left wing by Giroux. Kansas City wins the draw. McPherson back at the Mavericks line. He'll toss it ahead. Puck lifts off of Messner's stick deep into the Grizzlies zone as Grisby hangs out with Max here. High top section 114. Shot from the right point. Sticked away by Barcheski. Corbett lifts it over a Maverick head, as well as David Cotton and Mick Messner. Puck goes back to Kansas City. We've played 3 minutes here in the second period. Mavericks lead 1-0 on Damian Giroux's 10th of the year. Nolan Sullivan over the line. He skates towards his right. Stops the left point and spins along the boards. Josh Thrower swings and misses. He tried to reverse it back towards the left wing. Fitz crosses center ice, and he will dump it in casually. McPherson behind his net stops. He gets there about the same time as Messner. Messner and Fitz hold him up 2-on-2 battle. As Osman looks over his left shoulder. He played 3.5 minutes of this second period. As Messner trying to yank it away. Fitz gets pushed towards the glass by Crawford. Now the puck will slide slowly towards the corner. Utah gets it. Buell feeds it up top. Dash gets to the left side, take a lefty shot. Saved by Osman. Rebound goes towards Sullivan. He'll lift it out to neutral ice. Yoon will race out to the left wing. He'll gather the loose puck. Yoon will skate to neutral ice as he crosses center right wing, and he'll fire it in off the end wall. As Konepke gets there about the same time as Armstrong. Armstrong lays it for Buell. Shot hits the side of the net. As Cade Nelson tried to get it towards Armstrong, lifted off of his stick as McPherson was battling nearby. Crossing center ice is Casey Carew, and he'll zip it around the ball. Dashke to the right side. Gets taken away by Borchard. Androv trying to get it back towards Borchard from Androv. It goes wide. Casey Carew, left wing. We'll flip it out towards the right side. Righty shot goes wide. That was taken by Spencer. Kansas City leads 1-0. Carew over in the left corner. As he'll feed it up top to Konepke. Konepke will fire it off the end boards. Taking it Borchard. Wraparound shot, and he scores. Cade Borchard twirls his stick 3 times in the air as he gathered it off the end boards and fired to Matt Barcheski. As Cade Borchard gets his league-leading 22nd of the year, and the Mavericks extend the lead. It's now 2-0. Armstrong added at his ankle. Borchard behind the net, gathered the puck. Barcheski wasn't quite sure where the puck was. Borchard just slid it in. For Borchard, he came into play at plus 28 on the season. He gets his league-leading 22nd goal of the year. On the Borchard goal, 443, and the assists go to Nate Konepke and to Casey Carew. Carew gets his 11th assist this season. Konepke gets his 4th. Mavericks score 2 goals, 2 minutes and 2 seconds apart. They lead 2-0. Grizzlies looking to change momentum. Utah deep in their own zone. Will back it out towards center ice. Luke Manning takes a spill, and Connor Mayer and Jay Powell talk things over. As whistle blows at neutral ice, Manning got hit. I think the puck ended up in the Kansas City bench to stop play with 15:06 left in the second. So Draw's going to come back to center ice. Mavericks have outshot the Grizzlies 4-1 here in the second period. So Draw's going to be at the center ice logo. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period. Luke Manning will take the draw. He's got Shea to his left and Masho Donato to his right. Make sure when you come to a Grizzlies game to go to the team store. They got so much good stuff at the team store. Guy was wearing a plain green hoodie. We got to get him something with the Grizzlies logo on it. Hopefully you stop by the Grizzlies team store after the game, or maybe even during the game, during the second intermission. Kansas City will skip one out to center ice. David Cotton, the Kansas City captain, chases after it. He loses his balance. Fairbrother gets there first. Over to Mayer, who zips it off the skate of a Maverick, and that's Marcus Crawford. Fairbrother will bank it off the near wall. Puck to center ice. Luke Manning trying to backhand it in. We get a whistle, and a penalty is going to be called as a Maverick is laying along the near side, and it's going to be on the captain, Fairbrother. As McCallum, Kansas City can't afford an injury. They don't have many extra skaters. McCallum will skate slowly towards the Mavericks bench. Fairbrother delivered a slashing penalty, and that was well away from the play. The puck was entering the Kansas City zone. Fairbrother, away from the play, slashed McCallum. So it's going to be a Kansas City power play. It's the first power play on either side here tonight. Fairbrother gets 2 minutes for slashing. Time of penalty, 5:20 into the second period. Kansas City's power play is 19.3% this season. Grizzlies were 8 for 8 on the penalty kill last weekend in Idaho. So the penalty kill is on the upswing, 64.1% this season. Mavericks win the draw. Borchard over to Crawford. He'll get it back to Crew on a hot pass. He handled it with ease. Now back to Crawford. Across the right wing for Andrew. Back to Crawford over to Crew. One-timer, and he swings and misses. Borchard, right side, back to Androv. He's in the right wing. Androv dangles back and forth. He's now in the right circle. He'll throw it to the far goal line. They try to get it back towards Borchard, who tried to handle the bouncing puck, and it rolls towards the end boards. Crew gets it, and he gets it out to Borchard. Up top to Crawford. Now to Crew in the left wing. Crew surveys, trying to get towards Borchard. It glanced off of his stick towards the end boards. As Morrison gets pushed by Yoon. Morrison strong with the puck, will roll it to the right side. Androv gets double teamed. Messner hacking away, as is Yoon. Morrison rejoins the play. Borchard looking nearby. Borchard gets it up top to Crawford. He'll slide one out to Carew in the left circle. Carew down the middle towards Borchard, who feeds to Androv right side. Androv throws to the far goal line, looking for Morrison. He lost his balance and lost the puck. Dashke gets it ahead to Messner. He crosses center ice. Messner, one short-handed goal this season. He enters the Kansas City zone, but lost the puck as he throws it towards the left corner. Grizzlies make a line change. 53 seconds and counting are left in Kansas City's first power play of the game. Mavericks lead 2-0. Crawford over the offensive line, gets around Shea. Now he'll spin it along the boards. David Cotton gets blasted by Mayer, and the Grizzlies clear it out. But Mayer delivered a big-time hit on Cotton, who goes 6'3", 195. Mayer goes 5'11", 180. McPherson crosses center ice down the middle of the ice. He'll chip it towards Cotton on the left side, who steps over the offensive line, drops it for McPherson, who gets it back to the left corner. Now back up top, McPherson left point. Over to Giroux, now to McCallum, who feeds to the near goal line. Berezowski over to Cotton, he'll take a shot and hits the post. Grizzlies get it off the far wing wall. Mastrodonato dumps it in. Shea chases after it. Shea over to the left side, trying to center it towards Mastrodonato, but the puck skips off Mastrodonato's stick a little bit wide. 5 seconds left in the Kansas City power play. Cotton will drop it back deep into the Maverick zone for Berezowski off the far wing wall. Fairbrother's out of the box. It's a successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. They're 9 for 9 over the last 2.5 games. Fonstad centers it towards Lebster, and it's jabbed away by Nate Konepke. Or make that McPherson. Kansas City's got a big defensive unit. McCallum didn't miss a shift. He got slashed by Fairbrother. He's out there on the right side. He'll throw it off the end boards for Berezowski, who zips it along the wall towards the near side. Konepke will wobble it to the left corner. It's taken by Dashke, who avoids a check. As Dashke races towards the Utah line. Now he'll move it ahead about 10 feet to Wood. Over to Fonstad, back to Wood to the right side. Fonstad gets jammed away by Konepke, but Wood gets it back. And he'll roll along the boards towards the left side. Corbett to Fonstad as the Grizzlies cycle the puck towards the near wing wall, but it goes into the Grizzly zone. Running it down is Lowhite. He's in the left wing. He'll skate towards his right. Lowhite now in the right circle. Centering pass out in front. Glanced off of Sullivan's stick, and it goes wide. Grizzlies out to Wood at center ice. Wood throws it across towards the Grizzlies bench. It tapped off a stick. His stick goes missing. Entering Lebster from the right wing. As he stops along the boards, he's being shadowed by Jay Powell. Lebster rolls it along the wall as Mayer tried to jab it ahead. Puck goes back to neutral ice. Mayer gets it back. He'll backpedal into his own zone. Grizzlies skate from left to right in the period. Over to Fairbrother. He's in the nearest circle. Fairbrother fires a hot pass towards Lebster. Lebster in the right wing crosses center ice. Nil roll it along. Cut off by Osman behind his net. Lebster gets it back on the right side. He'll move it across. Pass goes tape to tape towards Cade Nelson, who feeds to the middle of the ice. It's picked off by Powell. Powell off the near boards at center ice to Yoon, who gets to the Kansas City line for Buell, but he gets it jabbed away. Getting it back, his unit fires off the stanchion towards the middle of the ice, where it's taken by Andriov. Cade Nelson tried to back one out towards Buell and fanned on it. Taking the puck is Kansas City. As they'll skip it out to center ice, it glanced off the Yoon stick onto Glunt. Cole Glunt, the speedy one out to the right side. Centers out towards Messner. I'll take a shot. It's blocked by Spencer. As Messner is looking for his 7th goal of the season. Mavericks get to Grizzlies ice and dump it in. Andrew Nelson. Borchard overskates the puck as he was trying to take it away from Andrew Nelson. Armstrong clears it out to Neutrice. It goes past Crawford, who races deep into the Maverick zone. He's got good speed. Crawford runs it down. He'll fire it along the near wing wall out to Neutrice for Borchard. Now to Androv across the center ice. He'll skate towards the left wing. Mavericks lead 2-0 as Grizzlies helicoptering out to center ice as Androv got back checked by a Grizzly. Crew over the line. Looked like Borchard stepped in on offside, but the puck goes back towards the near wing. Fitz takes it away from Borchard. Fitz about halfway through the scheduled 60-minute affair, throws it behind the net. Now Kansas City right side tries to center it out in front. Fitz takes it away. Fitz races out to Neutrice. Blue line to blue line pass. Taps off the stick of Masha Donato. Fitz fires it across. Kansas City moves it to center ice for Crew. He'll move a hot pass out to McCallum, who gets double teamed as he's stepping over the offensive line. McCallum rolls one out in front, and Grizzlies will clear it back out. Utah in control of the puck. Shea crosses center ice, and he will fire it out towards Masha Donato. Back to Shea on the right side. Grizzlies in the offensive zone. Shea up top for Fairbrother. He fires the lefty shot and gets redirected by a stick. It goes wide. Manning around the net. He'll backhand it up top for Fairbrother, who danced around to the left point. A fire lefty shot, and that's sticked away by McCallum. Kansas City fires it across. Berezowski will move it to Cotton in the right wing. Cotton over the offensive line. Skates towards the circle. Now he trying to move towards the slot. Puck bounced off his stick. Grizzlies take it away. Mayer crosses center ice. Mavericks lead 2-0. Utah still looking for their first goal of the game. Mayer dumps it in from Neutrice. Grizzlies will reshuffle the deck personnel-wise. We got about 9 minutes left in the second period. Cotton crosses the offensive line. Skates towards the middle. Now fired off the far wing wall. Back towards the left wing. Low height with a shot. Saved by Barcheski. He holds on with 8:54 left in the second. Timeout on the ice. Kansas City leads 2-0 on goals from Damian Giroux and Cade Borchard. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from...
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Mavericks lead 2-0. Lives are changing as we speak here at Maverik Center. We had a proposal. I think that might have been right in front of us here in section 114. We had a marriage proposal, and she said yes. How about that? Lives are changing here at Maverik Center. Hopefully she doesn't regret saying yes somewhere down the road. I'm pretty sure they're going to be very happy for the rest of their lives. At least that's what they all say. Drown's going to be over in the left wing. Good for them. Looks like Grisby's giving them both a hug. What a party we have here at Maverik Center. The only thing we wish was different is the scoreboard. As everybody, that is about row 6 or 7 here, high top section 114 is where the proposal took place. And how about that? Guy Krenza comes to one Grizzly game this season, and he sees a proposal. How about that? Great things happening here at Maverik Center. Looks like we've got a little bit of a delay here, as looks like there's a bit of an issue deep in the Grizzlies zone. And it looks like it's some ice that they're going to work on near the Grizzlies net that they're defending. Neither team scored in the first period. Both clubs had 9 shots. Mavericks took a 1-0 lead as Damian Giroux scored 2:41 in, with the assist going to Luke Lowhite and Cam Morrison. 2 minutes, 2 seconds later, Kansas City extended the lead as Cade Borchard on a wraparound just kind of slid it past Barcheski for his league-leading 22nd of the year, Nate Konepke, and Casey Crew picked up the assists. So we've seen some good stuff here tonight. We've seen a proposal. He pulled out a ring, and she said yes. Congratulations to those two. Mavericks win the draw. Crawford centers it. Swing and a miss by Morrison. Up ahead to Fonste. Skates down the middle. He'll stop on the right side. Grizzlies over the attack line. He'll throw it towards Wood on the left side. who drops it for Corbett. Back to Wood, who gets it jammed away by Morrison. He's a good player. Morrison, 6'3", 205. Skates towards the right side, take a lefty shot. Saved by Barczewski. Rebound low height, throws it back towards Drew. Shot is blocked. Grizzlies lose the puck to the right side. McPherson shot is blocked by Corbett. Corbett towards the right side, looking for Lebster. He Clyde sticks with McPherson. Lebster tries to get it back. Morrison took it away. He'll move it to low height in the right corner. Corbett delivers a hit. Morrison throws it towards the middle of the ice, looking for Drew. Pass goes wide of the mark. This puck goes deep into the Kansas City zone. Osman outlets it to Crawford. He'll zip one ahead to McPherson. He's to the left side. He'll take a lefty shot. Kick saved by Barczewski. Rebound goes to Hume. He skates around Dashke. Puck goes to the right side looking for Armstrong. He lost it at center ice. Now Beal takes over down the middle. Take a shot. And it's blocked by Sullivan. And the puck deflects out of play off the protective netting. Puck ended up in the Kansas City zone. Beal had a good look. And he slotted about halfway from the blue line to the goal line. But Sullivan was in the right place at the right time to block it. 7:57 left in the second. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Kansas City has a 7-1 edge in the shot count here in the second period. So Grizzlies, after really generating some good looks in the second half of the first period, only have one shot here through 12 minutes and 3 seconds of the second period. Mavericks lead 2-0. Grizzlies are looking to find a way to generate some offense here late in the second period. Last Saturday against Idaho on the road, the Grizzlies ended a streak of scoring a second period goal in 15 straight games. The string is still 15 out of 16 games with the second period goal. Grizzlies win the draw down the middle. Manning backhand shot is kicked away by Osman, and that deflects out of play. Boy, Manning just kind of spun around and fired a backhand look towards Osman. Pretty crafty shot by Luke Manning, who has 5 goals and 9 assists in 30 games this season. It's interesting. You think about this being the 31st game for the Grizzlies. It's game 33 for Kansas City. There's still quite a few players for the Grizzlies who have appeared in every game this season. Manning is one of them. We'll have to do some quick math to figure it out. I hadn't thought about it beforehand. There's probably about 5 or 6 guys that have appeared in every game this season. Draw one by Utah. Neil Shea flips it up top, left side for Dashke. Trying to fire towards the net. It's blocked away by Josh Thrower. Clears it out to center. Dashke gets it back at the center red line. He'll feed it across to Shea. Shea skates back into the Grizzlies zone. Now he'll drop it back for Hume. Hume skates towards the Utah line. And he'll move it out to Masha Donato, who zips it to the left side for Shea. Shea gets around Kansas City's defense, trying to center it towards Una, goes past him. Now to neutralize. Dashke skates back towards the Utah line. Now feather it out towards the Grizzlies bench for Una, who dumps it in at the end of a shift. Turnover, Shea throws it off, and Maverik onto Osman as the puck pinballs around. And the Mavericks are able to throw it to the right point, and they clear it out to center. Josh Thrower runs it down. He skates towards the left wing. Thrower trying to center, and it's jabbed away by the captain, Fairbrother. Messner to Masha Donato. Over the line to Fitz, right side. Righty shot is blocked away by Osman. Puck goes out to center ice. Grizzlies lunge at it. Taking it's Androv, who steps over the line 1-on-3. He's in the right wing. Androv dangles back and forth. Now drop it for another Maverick. That's Jimmy Mazza. Kansas City skates towards the left corner with the puck. As Borchard moves it up top for Powell. Off the end boards. Behind the net, Casey Crew skates towards the far side. Backhand shot. Saved by Barczewski. Rebound out in front. And the puck's still alive. Borchard throws it towards the left corner. He chases after it. He gets it and feeds it up top to Powell. Across towards Mazza. He zips to the right circle. Sharp angled shot. They were looking for Androv out in front of the net on a horizontal feed. Pass goes wide of the mark. Now Androv's to the left side. He'll skate towards his right. Androv now on the right point. He'll drop it for Crew. Fakes one-timer. Gets to Mazza. His shot is blocked away by Mayer. As a stick goes laying into the right side. Grizzlies skip a horizontal pass out to Mayer. He's in the right wing. He'll cross center ice. And he will loft one in slowly as the Grizzlies make a line change. We have about 6 minutes left in the second period. Mavericks still lead 2-0. Puck skips out towards the left side. Run down by Cotton, who skates towards the left corner. He gets pushed in the back by Nielsen. Puck around to the right side for Berezowski. Now McCallum behind the net gets out towards Berezowski. A shot is blocked by Corbett. Now behind the net, McCallum gets it taken away. Corbett takes the puck or make that Fonstad. He tried to clear it out. It stayed in. Taken away is Fonstad again. They're moving out to the left side. Now down the middle to Wood. He splits the defense. He'll take a righty shot that goes wide. Puck skips off the top of the net. Kansas City moves to the high slot. Corbett keeps it in. Nielsen across towards Wood, who faked a one-timer. Pass was too hot for him. Wood dances around. He'll move it down to the left corner. It's jabbed away before it got to Lebster. As Kansas City skating from right to left, will drag it out to center ice. McCallum over the attack line, gets it to Cotton left side. Cotton lefty shot, kick saved by Barczewski. Rebound goes back towards Cotton, who lost his stick. We haven't had a Grizzlies power play yet. There's been one penalty called today. It was on Utah, 5:20 into the second period. Konepke out to center ice. Mavericks lead 2-0. Drew over the line, right side, dangles back and forth, skates towards the right circle, stops in the corner. And they'll drop it as the Mavericks will skate around Utah's net towards the near side, up top to Konepke. Left side to the lefty. Shot gets redirected and kicks off of Barcheski towards the near goal line. Kansas City fires it up top to Konepke. As Drew back to the right side. He gets back checked by Nilsson. Drew will just jab it into the right corner. Grizzlies get held up. Hume will take it. They'll skate around Barcheski's net as the broken stick took it away from Hume. How about that? The puck got divorced from Hume on a broken stick laying in the left circle. Up top towards Konepke. High slot. He'll take a lefty shot. And a save by Barcheski as he snatched it about waist high. And after the whistle, Morrison and Nilsson collide and talk things over as both guys cease and desist and go their separate ways. 4 minutes and 19 seconds are left in the second period. It's Kansas City 2, Utah 1. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Center the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Center Kia, Salt Lake.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
There's 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in the second period. Draws game in the Grizzlies zone. Kansas City leads 2-0. Damian Giroux scored 2:41 in from the left wing. The original shot was taken from the right side to bounce off of Barcheski, and Drew connected on the rebound from the left side to make it 1-0, 2:41 in. And then Cade Borcher slid one past Barcheski on kind of a wraparound shot, 4:43 in, with the assist going to Nate Konepke and Casey Carew. There's been one penalty in the game. Gianni Fairbrother got a slashing minor. Grizzlies held off Kansas City as the Grizzlies penalty kill. It's been a pretty improved department over the last month. Mavericks in the offensive zone. Over to the right side, McPherson fires towards the net, and it's sticked away by Dashke. Dashke rolls along the far wing boards. Grizzlies skate from right to left during the period. Mavericks, Damian Giroux around Utah's net towards the near side. Now backhanded up top to Crawford. It goes over his stick and slides deep into the Mavericks zone. Crawford runs down the loose puck at the Kansas City line. He'll skate around Osman's net. Puck skips out towards center ice. Sullivan was looking for Morrison. And the Mavericks try to carry it back in. Offsides Kansas City. 3:47 left in the second. During the second intermission, we'll go over some scores from around the world of sports, NHL, and here in the four-letter league, we'll go over those scores as well. And we'll see if we can get an update on that Texas-Ohio State football game. There's a lot of sports and entertainment options out there. We appreciate everybody who chose the Grizzlies tonight in their battle against Kansas City. First home game for the Grizzlies during the 2025 calendar year. Utah wins the draw. Mayer gets towards Fairbrother. Skates out to new, tries. Fairbrother gets towards Galan. It tapped off the stick of either Galan or Powell and rolls on to Osman, who keeps the play alive. Jimmy Mazza will ice the puck. Mayer and Fairbrother both chase after it, and the whistle blows with 3 minutes and 32 seconds left in the second period. So Draw's going to come back into the Kansas City zone. We got a pretty good Friday night crowd with everybody kind of spread out. We had a marriage proposal about row 6 or 7 of section 114. Luckily, she said yes. Usually when you do those proposals, you have to know beforehand whether the person's going to say yes. I've seen one at a Bees game about a decade ago where I'm not entirely sure she said yes, and it was a very awkward moment. Luckily, she said yes. If she didn't, we'd have something crazy going on. Might go viral, though. Grizzlies have the puck right side in the offensive zone. Fawn stand along the near wing boards out to Wood. One-timer. And a save by Osman in the butterfly position. Now left wing shot and a score! Cody Corbett gets his first of the year as he fired it on a tough angle from the left side. And the Grizzlies cut into the lead. It's now a 2-1 game. Boy, Corbett was over to the left side near the corner. He just fired a prayer. I'm not sure Osman or anybody really noticed what was going on. A very late reaction by everybody here at Maverik Center as Corbett just skied one over Osman into the back of the net. I don't know how he did that. That was about as tough an angle as you can get. And the puck just flew over Osman's right shoulder, and somehow Cody Corbett was able to find the back of the net. That's his first as a Grizzly, and everybody was late to celebrate. Corbett raised his arm in the air to say, hey, I got one. Let's start to celebrate. Corbett had 2 goals with the Kalamazoo Wings back in the 2021-22 season. The best year Cody Corbett had as a pro was overseas. He had 4 goals. He actually had 5 goals with the Fort Wayne Comets in the 2015-2016 season. So Corbett gets Utah on the board with his first in Utah. Fitz and Fonstadt picked up the assist. Grizzlies cross center ice. Messner 2-on-1. Skates to the right side. He'll skate in lefty. Shot saved by Osman. Rebound goes to Kansas City. Mavericks lead 2-1, but the Grizzlies have momentum. Andrew will throw it back into the Mavericks zone. Nate Konepke skates around the far circle. Now he stops. Skates towards his left. He tried to direct it back towards neutral ice. Gallant challenges to keep it in. Now the puck squirts out to center ice. It's taken by Fairbrother at the Utah line. As Fairbrother will skate towards Barcheski. Now he'll skip it to Fonstadt near side. Fonstadt skates towards his left as he does a half circle, crossing center ice near the Kansas City bench. Now it's taken away. Borchard races 1-on-2. Skates towards the right side. Skates towards the corner. He waits for everybody else to enter the offensive zone as Kansas City made a line change. Behind the net to Andriov. He's to the right side, skates towards a point. Now he'll drop it to Crawford, who falls down as he was skating towards the right corner. Puck is centered. Fonstadt and Wood get their stick lifted. Crawford to the left side as we got about 2 minutes left in the second period. Crawford around the wall to the right corner. Mavericks look low height. Gets a good side check from Connor Mayer. Puck to the near side. Wood in the corner gets double team. Morrison jabs it away from him. Morrison fanned on a feed towards the near goal line looking for low height. The puck slides towards Barcheski, and he will cover up in the crease as we have 1 minute and 48 seconds left in the second. In terms of the angle that Corbett scored that goal on, just about everybody in the building was shocked to find it go in the back of the net. It was one of those, he just kind of fired a prayer towards Osman, and the shot connected. Draws give me the Grizzlies zone. 1:48 left in the second. So Cody Corbett, the answer to the trivia question is who's scoring the first goal tonight. You can bid on that Cody Corbett goal scoring puck on the Dash auction app. Just go to Dash and bid on that game puck that Cody Corbett scored on 16:45 into the second period with Dylan Fitz and Cole Fonstadt getting the assists. Looks like everybody's having a good time here on a Friday night. Kansas City 2, Utah 1 here late in the second period. Grizzlies win the draw. Dashke rolls along the boards towards the right side. It's kept in. Mavericks fire a prayer towards Barcheski, and it's unanswered. Dashke tries to lunge the puck out towards neutral ice. Gallant muscles his way out to neutral ice. Konepke fires it across. Yoon runs it down. Yoon skates around his net. He's an outstanding skater, the Colorado College product. He'll drop it for Dashke. He zips one out to center ice off a Fitz. A stick. It goes deep into the Maverick zone. Konepke runs it down. Nate Konepke's a big 6'3", 207-pound defenseman, a +4 on the season. Puck to the near side. Giroux will race out to neutral ice. He gets around Manning out at center ice. Giroux over the line with ease. Right side, he'll skate towards the corner. Giroux throws it from one corner to the other to Cotton, who feeds it up top to McPherson. McPherson will direct it off a Cotton stick. Puck to the right corner. Dashke across to Yoon. Yoon out to Mastro Donato off the stick. The puck skips towards Barcheski. It's taken back by Dashke. Backhands it off the near boards to Mastro Donato. He'll wing it off the glass. Shea gets around McPherson, but lost the puck as he was entering the offensive zone. Mastro Donato gets it back, but he gets it taken away once again. Cotton over the line. Back to the middle for Crawford. He'll take a righty shot, and that's blocked away by Dashke. Crawford bouncing off the far goal line. Puck taken by Nilsson. Moves out to Shea. Shea will off to prayer out to center ice. Puck bounces to McPherson, who tried to get towards McCallum, who couldn't reach it. As Shea and Crew collided, the two number 22s, Grizzlies will ice the puck. Osman raises his left arm, and the linesman raises their right. McCallum and Nilsson have some words. Play starting to get physical here late in the second period. 17.1 seconds are left in the second. Draws give me the left circle of the Grizzlies zone. So with the Cody Corbett goal, 16:45 into the second, that means Utah has now scored a second period goal in 16 of their last 17 games. Kansas City's been just about unbeatable on the road this season. They're 15-3-1. They scored 2 unanswered early in the second period. Cody Corbett responded. We'll see who gets the next goal. Could Kansas City take a 2-goal lead and get some insurance off the draw? Carew shot is blocked. Or can the Grizzlies find a way to tie it up, either here late in the second or early in the third? Corbett will roll it along the near boards. Puck takes a rough ride towards new tries where it's gathered by Crawford as he will slide one out towards the near boards. 2 seconds left. Kansas City will watch the time run out. That'll do it for 40 minutes here at Maverik Center as we play 2 frames. Mavericks scored 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the second period. Damian Giroux, 2:41 in, got the Mavericks on the board. And then 2 minutes and 2 seconds later, it was Cade Borchard scoring his league-leading 22nd of the year. Cody Corbett on an almost impossible angle from along the left wing boards. He scored his first as a Grizzly. Dylan Fitz and Cole Fonstad picked up the assist. That was 16:45 into the second. So we got a good one here. Both teams had 9 shots in the first period. Kansas City outshot Utah 12-6 in the second period. Both teams head to the locker room, and we'll see what happens here in what should be a fun third period. We'll come back and have second intermission action. Maybe the most important thing is lives were changed here. A marriage proposal happened in section 114 at about row 7, and somebody said yes. So we've got some good stuff happening here at Maverik Center as the fastest growing sport in the state of Utah just continues to grow. And we got a good crowd here on a Friday night, and it looks like we've got ourselves the making of an exciting third period. So stay with us. We'll have second intermission coverage, and we'll recap the first 2 periods and also go over some scores from around the world of sports. It's Kansas City 2, Utah 1. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
We're after 2 periods here at Maverik Center. Kansas City leads 2-1. It is interesting. I think in terms of sharp-angled shots and sharp-angled goals, Cody Corbett's goal late in the second period is probably about as sharp as we've seen all season. It was interesting. Everybody reacted late. In fact, Corbett was the only one that looked like celebrating. It looked like he was doing the Harlem Shake for a second as he was the only guy moving. Everybody was kind of frozen, and then everybody realized once they heard the goal horn that, oh, wait, Utah's on the board. Kansas City did score 2 goals, 2 minutes and 2 seconds apart. Damian Giroux, 2:41, and got the party started for the Mavericks. Cam Morrison and Luke Lohheit picked up the assist. And then Cade Borchard, 4:43, and extended the lead. Borchard has scored 9 goals against the Grizzlies this season. Nate Konepke and Casey Carew picked up the assist. And then Corbett on the sharp angle as he did his version of the Harlem Shake, and he really did it for 2 seconds. He was the only one celebrating, then everybody went nuts. Speaking of, the Harlem Shake, how old is that thing? That's got to be about 10 years old. I remember the Miami Heat probably had the best Harlem Shake, I thought, when LeBron James was there with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. My favorite part, though, is the Birdman, Chris Anderson, who by far is my favorite NBA player of all time. I saw him in the Rocky Mountain Review back in 2003, and I thought that guy should be a jazz man. Never was. But Chris Anderson, he's my hero, the Birdman. And he was part of that Miami Heat Harlem Shake. And when I think of the Harlem Shake, I think of the Birdman, Chris Anderson. Nevertheless, Corbett scored 16:45 into the second with Briley Wood and Cole Fonstad getting the assists. Both teams had 9 shots in the first period. The Grizzlies had 5 scoring chances to Kansas City's 4. In the second period, Kansas City outshot Utah 12-6. Mavericks had 7 scoring chances, including the 2 goals, and the Grizzlies had 3, which included the Cody Corbett goal that was scored with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second period. Utah's won the battle of hits, according to the off-ice officials, 10-7. Both teams had 5 giveaways in the first period, and both teams had 4 giveaways in the second. Battle of the face-off circle is even, 18 apiece through 2 periods. We'll see if the Grizzlies can find a way to mount a comeback here in the third period. They trail 2-1. The Mavericks have been outstanding at protecting leads this season. Kansas City has won 8 straight road games, and if they win here tonight, they break a team record with their 9th straight road win. When leading after 2 periods, Kansas City is one of those clubs, especially with good goaltending. Osman's getting to start tonight. It's possible we'll see LaFontaine tomorrow. The Mavericks are almost unbeatable when leading after 2, but we'll see if the Grizzlies have a comeback in them. When scoring first this season, now the Mavericks overall this year are 28-3-1. They've lost 8 games in regulation, and when scoring first this year, Kansas City has a record of 16-1-1-1. So they have scored first, if you count tonight, 20 times in the first 33 games this season. So Kansas City's done a good job getting a lead, and for the most part, they've done a good job protecting a lead once they've had it. And after all, they've got 16 victories out of the 20 games that they've had when they've scored first this season. Jake Barczewski's been solid in net. So far, he has saved 19 of 21. Victor Osman, the Kansas City goaltender, he has saved 14 of 15. Among the 15 shots on goal for the Grizzlies, Brian Yoon leads the way with 3. Derek Dashke, and actually, Yoon doesn't have a shot yet. You got to look at the right column. Dashke's got 3 shots to lead Utah. Andrew Nilsson and Dylan Fitz each have 2 shots, and then quite a few other Grizzlies have 1 shot through 2 periods. For Kansas City, Cam Morrison leads the way with 5 shots. Cade Borchard has 1 goal on 3 shots. 2 shots for Kansas City include Cam Morrison as well as Drew, scored 1 goal on 2 shots. Casey Crew also has 2 shots for Kansas City. So the Mavericks have a 2-1 lead after 2 periods. This is the first of a 2-game series. Don't forget to get your tickets for tomorrow night. 6:50 pregame show, 7:10 face-off. But we want to see here at Maverik Center. We got a pretty good Friday night crowd, and hopefully tomorrow we will have an outstanding crowd for the series finale. Next week, the Grizzlies will have a 4-game road trip, 4 games in 5 days. It begins on Wednesday, January 15th, as the Grizzlies take on the Cincinnati Cyclones for the only time this season. And then next weekend, the Grizzlies will have a 3-game set against the Bloomington Bison. That's January 17th and 18th at 6 o'clock in the Mountain Time Zone. Sunday, January 19th, will be at 2 o'clock. The next homestand for the Grizzlies after this weekend will be a 6-game homestand. Utah will have a 3-game series against the Wichita Thunder, January 24th, 25th, and 27th. And then the Idaho Steelheads will be in town January 31st, February 1st, and 3rd. And remember, February 1st is the annual Guns N' Hoses extravaganza. February 15th, later in the month, will be the first ever fishing night. I'm still looking for a nice outfit. You know, Cam McGuire likes to dress up quite a bit, almost like he's hockey's version of Craig Sager. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to have to one-up him. We got to come up with the craziest, best-looking fishing costume we could possibly find. After all, Cam McGuire's got league awards in 3 straight years. This will be my year, though. We're going to put together the fishing costume. we're going to try to find a way to get a league award. Now, the only way I can think of is to outdress Cam McGuire. And we got to do it with a nice-looking fishing vest. Doesn't have to be green. Doesn't have to be a Grizzly green, but we are certainly looking for a fishing hat, fishing vest, and an entire outfit that we think could find a way to spark the Grizzlies to a victory as Utah looks to hook the Steelheads on Saturday, February 15th, with the first ever fishing night, where the Grizzlies will be wearing specialty jerseys for the occasion. When we come back, we'll check in on those who are living the dream. We'll go over some NHL scores as well as some Mountain Division scores on the other side. After 2 periods, it's Kansas City 2, Utah 1. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
After 40 minutes of play here at Maverik Center, Kansas City leads 2-1. Mavericks got second period goals from Damian Giroux and Cade Borchard. Grizzlies got a sharp angle goal from the left wing by Cody Corbett, 16:45 into the second. NHL scores, they're through 2 periods over at Delta Center, and they're tied at 1. Fabian Zetterlund scored his 12th of the year for the Sharks 58 seconds into the first period. Utah responded with a second period goal that was scored by Nick Schmaltz as he picked up his 7th of the year. Clayton Keller and Nick DeSimone. DeSimone in his first game with Utah, he was just acquired recently. He picked up an assist on the, I believe, even strength goal, 5:57 into the second period. And if he joined us late, once again, good guy, Adrian Denny, who spent 13 years the voice of the Utah Grizzlies. He's making his NHL play-by-play debut as he's filling in this weekend for Mike Folta, who's out of town. So congratulations to Adrian Denny, and hopefully someday I'll be able to join him in the show over in the big league. And great for Adrian Denny. He's been acting as the radio pregame, intermission, and postgame host for the Utah Hockey Club. Utah's outshot San Jose 16-11 through 2 periods, and they're tied at 1 after 40 minutes of play. Looks like that's the only game in progress. Other finals in the NHL. Red Wings defeat the Blackhawks 5-3. Capitals or Canadians in overtime get a 3-2 victory over the Capitals. The overtime game winner was scored by Nick Suzuki, 1:15 into the extra session. He picked up his 13th of the year. Hurricanes shut out the Canucks 2-0. Jordan Staal and Savenkov scored the goals for Carolina. And in overtime, Kings defeat the Jets 2-1. That's certainly good. The overtime game winner was scored by Adrian Kempe. Hopefully that gives the people over in Los Angeles something to cheer about, as it has been a very tough week over in Southern California. And hopefully somehow, some way, those fires can just find a way to disappear and not do any more damage than it's already done to Southern California. And we're certainly thinking about those people over in Southern California, and there's just been too many homes and too many properties that have been damaged so far by the fires, and hopefully some way, somehow, those fires can find a way to disappear, and we can start the rebuilding process over in Southern California. Let's go over some league scores. In particular, let's look at the Mountain Division. After 2 periods, Idaho leads Florida 3-2. On Wednesday night, it was Florida getting a 4-0 victory. Idaho has goals from Brennan Hoffman and Patrick Moynihan. Reese Harsh also has a goal. Idaho has a 3-2 lead. One of the Florida goals was an unassisted tally, 1:07 into the second period, by former Grizzly Kyle Betts. Yesterday, former Grizzly Taryn Fizer was reassigned to Florida from their AHL affiliate. Fizer is a +1 for Florida tonight. And getting the start in net for the Everblades is former Grizzly goaltender Will Cranley. Cranley had some good efforts over in Boise last season as a member of the Grizzlies. Cranley has saved 14 of 17. Idaho's Ben Cross has been solid. He has saved 29 of 31. Cross got the 3-2 victory over Utah last Saturday. Early third period, Tahoe leads Rapid City 2-1. Tahoe has goals from Johnson and Hughes. Rapid City actually scored first and had a 1-0 lead after one as Brett Davis scored his 12th of the year, with Ryan Wagner getting the assists. One other Mountain Division game, Wichita defeats Allen 5-2 as the Thunder spoil the head coaching debut for Brett Ferguson. Ferguson is now the interim head coach for the Allen Americans as Allen let go of first-year head coach B.J. Adams. As Allen was off to a tough start this season, the Americans came into play tonight with a record of 10, 17, and 5. Other action in the league. There's actually one other game that involved a Mountain Division team. In overtime, Fort Wayne defeats Tulsa 3-2. Svetlikov scored the overtime game winner for the Fort Wayne Comets. Former Grizzly defenseman Kyle Mayhew had 1 assist for the Comets in the victory. Last week, Kabori Dunn was traded to the Fort Wayne Comets. He is currently on reserve. He'll probably make his Fort Wayne debut later on in the season. Other action in the league, Iowa defeats Kalamazoo 4-3. Bloomington, who's going to be the Grizzlies' opponent next week, they get a road victory over Toledo 4-1 in a bit of an upset. As Bloomington got 2 goals from Boyer, Bakov, and Barbashev also scored for Bloomington. We don't know too much about their roster. We'll get to know them quite a bit next week. Former Oiler Eddie Matsushima is one of their big scorers. He had 1 assist tonight. Former Rapid City defenseman Zach Hoffman's a recent addition to their club, and Hoffman had 1 assist tonight for the Bloomington Bison. With the victory, the Bison's record goes to 14, 16, 1-2. With the loss, Toledo falls to 24, 8-4. Trois-Rivières has been outstanding this year. They get a 4-1 road victory over the Reading Royals. Anthony Beauregard, with no regard for human life, scored 7-12 into the second period. That turned out to be the game winner. Brock Caulfield, the brother of Cole Caulfield, scored the only goal for Reading in that game. Alex Bocage, the former Grizzly, had 1 assist and was a +1. So Trois-Rivières gets the victory. Their record goes to 22-4-4. They defeat Reading 4-1. It's also a 4-1 final as Jacksonville defeats Atlanta by that score. Also 4-1. Wheeling gets a victory over Indy. And Orlando opened up a can on Adirondack. Final score was 6-0. When we come back in 30 seconds, we'll have third period action. We'll see if the Grizzlies have a third period comeback in them. Through 2 periods, Grizzlies have 8 scoring chances and Kansas City has 11. We're back in 30 seconds after this word from U of U Health. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Jake Barczewski's put together 3 solid starts in net for the Grizzlies, and Barczewski has saved 19 of 21. Some highlights of the second period to show them on Flow Sports. Kansas City was able to get some action out in front of the net early in the second period. Mavericks' first goal was a shot that was taken by Morris, and it bounced off of Barczewski and onto Drew, who put it in the back of the net. Barczewski's done a great job keeping the Grizzlies in games as of late. His first victory as a pro was on December 28th against Rapid City, and seems like ever since then, he's really been on a spree. Kind of felt like once he got that first win under his belt, he was able to settle in and play some great hockey. I'm still trying to figure out that angle. Corbett was near the corner, almost a horizontal shot that lifted over Osman's right shoulder and somehow found the back of the net. As Corbett pounded the glass in celebration over on Flow Sports. As we'll see what the third period has in store for Utah. Grizz will be skating from right to left in the third period. Neil Shea, Luke Manning, and Keaton Masher Donato are the forwards. Manning will take the drop. He wins it. Mayer and Fairbrother are the defensive pairing. Mayer gets the puck. He'll cross center ice, and he'll fire it off the protective netting as the puck goes out of play. It got redirected by a Kansas City stick. And the linesman says Utah will have an offensive zone draw. The linesmen tonight are Tyler Keston and Colin Kleinendorf. The referees are Andrew Rook and former Mavericks defenseman Coltrane Wilson. We've only had one power play tonight, and it was Fairbrother getting a slashing penalty 5:20 into the second period. Now, after the officials talked it over, it's going to be a neutral zone draw. And that's really where the puck should have been, as Mayer was at neutral ice when he dumped it in. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant here as Kansas City wins the faceoff as they skate from left to right here in the third period. They dump it in. Borchard gets about to the left side over with Mayer as behind Utah's net towards the near side. It's taken by the Grizzlies. Fairbrother will move it out to center ice looking for Manning to run it down, but Crawford will throw it back towards neutral ice. Carew will skate back into the Mavericks zone. 30 seconds into the third period. Carew over to Crawford left wing. He'll zip it across to Borchard off his stick. Puck is run down by the speedy Neil Shea. As Shea gets around Borchard, crosses center ice, steps over the offensive line down the middle. Carew takes it away. Carew 1-on-3, steps over the line. Borchard skates down the middle of the ice. Carew, left wing, righty shot. Is sticked away as it flies out of play. Draws give me the left circle of the Grizzlies zone. Coltrane Wilson, one of the referees tonight, played in 2 separate seasons with Kansas City. He appeared in 18 games and had 4 assists for the Mavericks in the 2020-21 season. The following year, he played in 57 games with Kansas City, had no goals and 16 assists, and had 73 penalty minutes. So in a 2-season stretch, Coltrane Wilson, one of the referees tonight, he appeared in 75 games of the Mavericks, and he had no goals and 20 assists. Coltrane Wilson did have 2 league goals, one with Indy and one with Reading, as the puck deflects towards Barcheski, makes a save, holds on, 55 seconds into the third period. Wilson, 2 years ago, had 1 goal in the 2022-23 season with the Rockford Ice Hogs. Draws going to be over in the right circle. And it's taken by Kansas City in the attack zone. Spencer right point. Will roll one onto Lowhide, who tries to feed it out in front, looking for Morrison. He got a stick lifted by Hume. Lowhide behind the net. Overskates the puck. It tapped off of his stick. Von Stad skates around Lowhide and gets to Wood. Wood, horizontal pass off the near boards to Dashke, dumps it in. Lebster chases after it, but icing is on Utah as we get a whistle with 18:44 left in the third. So the draw is going to come back towards Jake Barcheski. He's done a great job keeping the Grizzlies in games here. Kansas City is the defending Western Conference champions. They've got a record of 8-3-1. Fans having a good time here at Maverik Center. Hey, join us tomorrow night if you don't have any other plans. After all, there's not going to be any college football. There will be the NFL playoffs starting tomorrow. I never did get a check on that Texas-Ohio State college football playoff score. And it looks like there's 2 minutes left in regulation. Ohio State leads Texas 28-14. So it looks like Ohio State's going to beat Notre Dame in the national championship game. Kansas City wins the draw. Lou Holtz and Ryan Day. Center field, 50-yard line, left point. Shot. It's taken by Jay Powell, and it bounces off Barcheski. As Lou Holtz had some words for Ryan Day last season. Right side, Berezowski with a righty shot that goes wide. As from one corner to the other, McCallum near side gets held up by Lebster. McCallum gets pushed along the glass by Lebster. Dashke will tap it off the near glass. Fonstad gathers it. Grizzlies have numbers that they want. 3-on-2, they cross center ice. Trail on the plays Berezowski. Grizzlies try to center it to a cutting unit out in front of the net. Puck glides all the way towards Osman, who stops it and holds on with 18:09 left in the third. So Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. One of the things with Kansas City, both this year as well as last season, Mavericks have pretty good team speed. In fact, last season, they were probably the fastest team the Grizzlies played all year. And this year, almost feels like Kansas City, once again, is about the fastest team the Grizzlies have played all season. They just make quick decisions with the puck, and they really move from end to end in a hurry. Drow's give me the right circle. Messner will take it. He's got Gallant to his left and Fitz to his right. Up top is Corbett and Nelson. That's a party of 5 for Utah. Kansas City will throw it into the Grizzlies bench after a 2 or 3 second battle. Puck goes back into the Kansas City zone for the faceoff. Josh Thrower Britt into the Grizzlies bench. Looking for the combination of Ryan Knaswich and Christian Horn. Looks like there's another guy standing on the bench with the three-man staff. I'm not sure if that's an extra trainer looking nearby. Drowsky in the right circle. Messner will take it. McMaster's been an Iron Man of sorts for the Grizzlies. He hasn't missed a game since he joined Utah at the end of the 2022-23 season. Grizzlies win the draw. Gallant skates around the net towards the left wing over to Nilsson. He'll take a shot. He scores! Grizzlies tie it up as Andrew Nilsson fired a laser beam past Osman. It didn't get redirected. That's big Andrew Nilsson's second as a Grizzly this season. And 19th overall in a Utah uniform over a 2.5-year stretch. But puck ended up in the right side, and that was a missile from Nilsson. From his stick to the back of the net, that couldn't have been more than 0.4 of a second. What a shot by Andrew Nilsson as Utah has scored 2 unanswered, both of them by veteran defensemen. Fitz was out in front trying to redirect it, but it's Andrew Nilsson's as he went glove side over Osman. Andrew Nilsson with the goal. The assists go to McMaster and Cole Gallant. Behind Utah's net turnover, Borcher throws the left side for a crew, trying to feed it across to Crawford, who wasn't home. Behind the net, Borcher danced around as we're tied at 2. Kansas City in the offensive zone. Androv, right point, gets it back towards Borcher, who crowds the bouncing puck. He's got great hands. Borcher dances around as he's being shadowed by Manning. Borcher gets around Manning. He'll feed a hot pass out. Crawford had to bounce off his stick. He's able to gather it. Now right side, Androv with the lefty shot. Saved by Barcheski, and he holds on. His puck ended up about shoulder high. He holds on. 17:21 left in the third. So once again, Nilsson with his second in a Utah uniform. He now has 2 goals in his last 3 games. Time of Nilsson's goal, 2:06 into the third. Mick Messner and Cole Gallant picked up the assists. For Cole Gallant, he leads all Utah forwards with 17 assists this season. Mick Messner joins the double-digit assist club. He has 10 assists on the season. We're tied at 2, 17:21 left in the third. Both of Utah's goals are scored by veteran defensemen. The league considers veterans to be guys who have 260 games at the ECHL level or higher. Off the draw, Borch will take a shot, and he rings the post as the iron was unkind. Crawford keeps it in as he lunged it out towards Borcher, and Cade Nilsson gets it. He ices the puck. The whistle blows with 17:08 left in the third. Corbett just recently passed 200 ECHL games. He also has 95 games of AHL experience to his name. For Andrew Nilsson, he has 258 games of AHL experience with time in this league with Utah and Cincinnati mixed in. This year he also spent some time with Allen and Worcester, and he's been a solid addition to the Grizzlies club. And for Nilsson and Corbett, you talk about that experience. 2 guys that have about 9 years of pro experience. You're talking about guys who just know where the puck's going to be, know where the puck should be. And for Andrew Nilsson, he's got an outstanding shot, and he makes good decisions with the puck, or at least he has in his time with Utah this season. Off the draw, righty shot by Luke Lohites, blocked away by Barcheski. Rebound goes out towards the left wing walls. We're tied at 2, 3 minutes into the third period. Morrison leaves it in the corner for Drew. He battles with Fairbrother as Morrison gets a rough ride along the end boards by Mayer. Cade Nilsson looks nearby. Mayer comes out of the pile with the puck. He'll push it towards Shea, who battles with Spencer. Now taking it's Morrison. Slot, lefty shot, bounces off of Mayer's stick, and it flies out of play. 16:43 is left in regulation. We're tied at 2. John's going to come back towards Barcheski. Fans are having a good time tonight. If I had to do an attendance guess, I'd probably say it's hard to tell who's above us in the upper bowl. I'm guessing we got about 5,000 here spread out. Got a pretty good crowd. Sections 115, 114. Looks like 113 and 112 have filled in nicely as well. Very festive atmosphere here on this 10th day of January. First home game for the Grizzlies in the 2025 calendar year. Draws in the left circle. Messner will take it, and he wins it against the captain, David Cotton. Cotton did not play against Utah in the 3-game series in December. Armstrong moves out to center ice, but Kansas City gets it back. Konepke near his line as he will skate horizontally towards Osman. Now turnover. Armstrong bounces to the right side. He gets battled, and he gets it jabbed away by Konepke. Puck to neutral ice. Brian Yoon Tried to throw it back in. Puck kind of stayed at Berezowski as both teams battle in front of the Kansas City bench. Buell will kick it into the Mavericks zone as Buell gets pushed by Nate Konepke. Konepke has a size advantage. Spencer around his net. He stops behind Osman. Now I'll move it to his right for McCallum, who's got good speed. McCallum gets around. Fonstad gets across center ice. McCallum gets it jammed away by Wood. Fonstad over the line. Stops along the right wing wall. Tried to center it towards Dashke. Tapped off a stick. Lebster, left circle. He'll feather it across. One-timer by Fonstad's blocked. It was blocked by McPherson. Behind the net, Lebster battles with McCallum. 2-on-2 scrum. Fonstad trying to get it towards Lebster, who was looking to yank it away. Instead, he shoveled it back towards Fonstad. Fonstad gets in the right corner, up top towards Nielsen, about the spot where he tied it up. He takes a shot, and it's blocked by McCallum. Over in the left wing, Lebster skates around the net. McCallum shadows him. Now Lebster skates towards the right side. Now he skates towards the high slot. He'll push it towards Wood, who fakes a one-timer. Gathers it. Now he takes a righty shot, and it's blocked away by Osman. Corbett over to Nielsen. He'll fire towards the net, and it's sticked away by Kansas City as it flies out of play off the protective netting. 15-14 left in the third. And we got ourselves a good one here at Maverik Center as we're tied at 2. Both teams will change things up. For the Grizzlies, they're playing by far their best hockey of the season. They're 4-2 in their last 6 games. Grizzlies' penalty kill has been pretty strong lately. They came into play scoring 32 goals over their last 7 games. So they're averaging 4.5 goals per game. And Utah's really hanging tough with a pretty strong Kansas City club. Right now, we're in first place in the Mountain Division. Draw goes to Kansas City around their net. Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the third period. Big time hit delivered by Fitz. It gets the crowd going. Androv will move it to his right and lay it for Carew. Carew skates around 5 Grizzlies. Now he skates and button hooks towards the left point. Carew will take a righty shot, and it's blocked by Gallant. Carew runs it down right point. He'll throw it across. Carew got hit up high by Fairbrother. No penalty. As on one knee, Mayer will move it to his right for Gallant. Gallant over the attack line. He skates around Kansas City's net. Gallant gets back checked by Pound. A big-time hit delivered by a Maverick as they tumbled. Gallant heels overhead, and it's going to be a penalty on Kansas City. Gallant's yelling at the referee. The call was made. And going to the penalty box, Cade Borcher talks to the referee. I'm not sure the Borcher got the penalty as Gallant was skating towards the near boards, towards neutral ice, and he just got tumbled by Kansas City. Tripping's going to be the call. I think it's going to be on Big J Powell. Powell goes 6'3" and 207 pounds. He fakes going to the box, but it's not him. It is Max Androv who goes to the Rogers and Russell Solutions holding cell. Fans in section 113 serenade him. So Grizzlies are going to have their power play for the first time tonight. Grizzlies on the power play this season are 16.9%. Kansas City's penalty kill is 77.1%. As Gallant got tripped up by Kansas City's Max Androv. Messner will take the draw. He's out there with Manning and Mastro Donato. Up top is Neil Shea and Derek Dashke. Tad O'Had, the Kansas City head coach, talks with Austin Rook, one of the referees. Draw's going to be over in the left circle. The time of Androv's tripping penalty is 5:21 into the third period. We're tied at 2. The Grizzlies have scored 2 unanswered here after Kansas City scored 2 in the first 5 minutes of the second period. Off the draw, Marcus Crawford messing around with Luke Manning, tripping up, taking his feet underneath them. So it looks like Crawford's trying to get Manning to react and get a penalty for Utah. Yeah, Crawford, as he's not looking, just trips up Manning, trying to get Manning to do something that would draw a penalty. Manning will take the draw. Messner will take the draw. Manning's to his left. Messner's got an assist tonight. Draw won by Utah. Manning trying to get it out towards Dashke. Dashke battles with Sullivan. Manning gets across the Shays all along right side. They got lefty shot. It goes over the crossbar and it bounces off the glass towards the left side. Grizzlies up top to Dashke. He'll direct one out towards Shea. Shea right side, trying to center it out in front towards Manning and Messner. Puck glanced off the stick. Kansas City whips it along the near wing boards, and it exits the zone all the way to Utah's end. Barczewski behind his net will lay it for Dashke. Grizzlies skate from right to left. Dashke leads Utah with 7 power play points this season. He'll throw it back towards Barczewski. He lays it for Neil Shea, who skates around Utah's net. Riley Wood's not on the ice right now. He leads Utah with 4 power play goals. Shea out to center ice, steps over the line with ease, left side, trying to split a double team. Crawford took it away, and he'll helicopter it all the way to the left corner, deep in the Grizzlies zone. Barcheski behind his net. 1:10 and counting's left in the power play. Grizzlies get towards Mastrodonato, races to neutralize. He'll drop it for Shea off a cotton skate onto Dashke. He'll step in the right side, but the Grizzlies are offside. Dashke kind of hesitated as he was stepping over the Kansas City blue line, and the Grizzlies skated in before Dashke did with the puck. So with that, we'll have a neutral zone draw near Kansas City's bench. Grizzlies will get 5 fresh skaters on the ice. Riley Wood will take the draw. He's out there with Fitz and Fonstad. Up top is Mayer and Yoon, the 2 Colorado College products. That's a party of 5 for the Grizzlies on the ice. Draw won by Kansas City's Giroux, and clearing it all the way towards Barcheski's Jimmy Mazza. 6'2" and 204 pounds. He's even in the plus-minus category through 31 games this season. Or to Fonstad, who crosses center ice, so moving out to the Mayer. Oh, and pass goes behind him. Mazza tried to clear it out. Instead, bouncing off of Drew, and Drew clears it into the Grizzlies zone. 35 seconds are left in Utah's power play. Yoon crosses center ice, steps over the line, dangles back and forth. He'll move it to his right for Wood. Wood chips it across. It glanced off a Kansas City stick on to Mayer in the left wing. Fitz dances around the left corner. He feeds up top to Mayer. Mayer over to Wood. It goes past him off the end boards. Konepke chases after the loose puck. He gets it, and he'll zip it off the Yoon. Crew gathers it one-on-one. Crew gets the Borcher down the middle. Back towards Crew. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Barcheski. Boy, good passing by the Mavericks on the give and go. Borcher didn't have much of a shooting angle. He found Crew on the left side. Crew's shot was snatched by Barcheski. He holds on with 12:47 left in the third. So the best shot here on Utah's power play was taken by Casey Crew for the Mavericks. Crew to Borcher, back to Crew on the give and go. Crew kind of fired a low liner about waist high. Barcheski was able to snatch it. 12:47 left in the third. We're tied at 2. Off the draw, Gallant gets tripped up, no call. Grizzlies will race out to neutralize. Nilsson will skate in. He'll drop it for Lepster in the left point. Lepster fires towards the net, redirected. Osman makes the save. He'll keep the play alive, but Coltrane Wilson blew the whistle. Androv's out of the box. Both teams are 0 for 1 in the power play. Draws game in the Kansas City zone. Looks like there's a timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well. 12 minutes and 37 seconds are left in regulation. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Mavericks 2. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
12:37 left in the third period. We're having a good time here hanging out high atop section 114. Max is with us tonight, and it's great to have Max here at Maverik Center as we're tied at 2. It's been an entertaining game. Kansas City scored 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the second period. Cody Corbett scored on an almost impossible angle from near the left corner to cut into the Kansas City lead. Then Andrew Nilsson tied it up as he scored from the right point. 2:06 in with Messner and Gallant getting the assists. On the Corbett goal, Fitz and Fonstad assisted on that. So nobody has a multiple-point game for the Grizzlies here. And for Kansas City, nobody has a multiple-point game for them either. Both goaltenders have been solid. Kansas City's in their own zone. They win the face-off, skating from left to right. Cotton up ahead towards Sullivan. Glanced off of his stick. Grizzlies get it back. Andrew Nilsson ahead towards Cade Nilsson. And the puck ends up into the Kansas City zone. Whistle blows. And looks like Utah's offside with 12:22 left in the third. Looked like there was actually a piece of debris that fell on the ice and neutralized, and that's why the whistle blew. Draw's going to be back at neutral ice near the Kansas City bench. We're having a good time tonight. There was a wedding proposal. Somebody offered to marry somebody about row 6 or 7 of section 114, and miraculously she said yes. Hopefully they have a good life together. Kansas City wins the draw. Crawford will get it ahead to the right side. Pass connects to Berezowski. He'll skate to the right side. He'll take a righty shot. Saved by Barcheski. And he holds on with 12:15 left in the third. So the two guys that Cam McGuire mistaken for each other. Connect there. Berezowski's shot was saved by Barcheski. Last names are spelled pretty similar. Not exactly, though. Interestingly enough, last week, Cam McGuire, the Idaho broadcaster, called Jake Barcheski Jackson. I think he mistaken the Grizzlies goaltender for the Kansas City forward. No relation between the two. Draw's going to be over on the right side. 12:15 is left in regulation. Kansas City has outshot Utah 26-19, but the Grizzlies do have a slim 5-4 shot advantage here in the third period. Utah wins the draw in their own zone. Nielsen stops behind his net. He'll push it to Corbett. Those are the two goal scorers for Utah. Ahead to Manning, out to the right side. Looking for Masho Donato. It goes past him and all the way down for an icing on Utah. So the draw is going to come back towards Barcheski as there's 12 minutes and 3 seconds left in regulation. Wonder if this is the type of game where the next goal wins. Something like that. It's hard to really say. Kansas City does a good job responding after giving up goals. And they kind of put a little bit of an extra charge to it. The next goal is going to be critical as we're tied at 2. Grizzlies win the draw. Corbett moves to his left for Shea horizontally. Now Shea crosses center ice. They'll dump it in, but it just goes about 50 feet in front of Osman. As the puck out to center ice. Racing into the offensive zone is Morrison. He'll drop it for Lowhide. It glanced off the Shea stick. As the puck goes back towards Morrison in the far corner. He gets pushed by Yoon. Mavericks spin it to the right point for Crawford. Crawford across over the stick of Lowhide, who couldn't smooth out the bouncing puck. Yoon gets pushed along the end boards by Giroux. Dashke takes the puck. He stops before the left corner. As Yoon knocked down Giroux, who was trying to buy a penalty, but there was no purchase. Dashke out to center ice, tried to dump it in. Borchard cut in front of him, so Dashke couldn't get much on the dump on the attempt to throw it into the Maverick zone. Borchard crosses center ice. Barcheski behind his net will move it to his left. Crew gathers the puck. He'll fling it up top. Konepke, left point. His lefty shot goes wide. Race towards the right corner. Messner gets there about the same time as Borchard up ahead. Fitz trying to get to Glon. It's picked off by Spencer. His name's not Jimmy, but it's Chase Spencer. Boy, Jimmy Spencer. It's not like I love Jimmy Spencer, the NASCAR driver, but for some reason I've thought that that's his name all night. Yoon to the left side. Across to Messner. Glanced off of his skate. Mavericks move it ahead to the right side. Borchard gets it. He skates around Fitz. Borchard gets back checked. It's going to be a penalty on the Grizzlies. Crew over to Andreov. Shot saved by Barcheski. Delayed penalty. Borchard behind his net. Over to Andreov right side. Can't see his goaltender's off. Andreov misses the net on a shot stick side. Andreov runs it down at center ice. As Borchard's speed drew a penalty. Andreov races across 5 Grizzlies. Andreov skates towards the left corner. Rolls it along. Borchard has a glance off his stick onto Messner. Touches it up. And on the back check, Dylan Fitz picks up a penalty. As Cade Borchard got around Fitz. And Fitz was worried that Borchard was going to get a grade A scoring chance. Hooking's a call. 10:13 is left in the third period. And so Kansas City will be on the power play for 2 minutes. It's Kansas City's second power play of the night. Mavericks did not have a power play shot in their one power play that came in the second period. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. That was 5:20 into the second period. We're about halfway through the third period as we're tied at 2 between the Mavericks and the Grizzlies. Draw's going to be over in the left circle. Critical penalty kill for the Grizzlies. Keaton Masho Donato will take the Dries out there with Fairbrother, Mayer, and Shea. Kansas City wins the draw as McPherson throws it towards McCallum. McCallum back over to the left side. He skates towards the point. McCallum dances around. Masho Donato looks after him. He'll feed it over to the far goal line for Berezowski. Back to McCallum. Over to McPherson. One-timer gets redirected and goes wide. Kansas City feathers it across, and it goes past everybody, including McCallum, out to center ice. Grizzlies will sneak in a line change and get one forward and one defenseman off the ice. David Cotton skates towards the far goal line. Stops along the end boards, blows a tire as he's on two knees. Grizzlies trying to yank it away from him. Utah pushes out towards Mayer, and he will helicopter it all the way towards Osman, who gets it on one hop of the ice. He'll smooth the puck out, and he'll lay it as both teams make a change now. 1:10 and counting are left in Kansas City's second power play of the game. We're tied at 2 with 9:20 and counting left in the third. Androv out to Borchard across center ice. Back to Androv, who splits the Utah defense. He'll shovel it towards Barcheski, who makes the save. Puck ended up towards Barcheski as Androv split a double team. And once Barcheski had it, Androv tried to kind of shovel it past Barcheski and into the back of the net. But the whistle blew with 9:11 left in the third. High drama here at Maverik Center. Fans are making a good amount of noise. 9 minutes and 11 seconds are left in the third period. Kansas City has outshot Utah 28-20. And the Mavericks have a 7-5 edge in the shot count here in the third period. Cade Nilsson will take the draw against Max Androv. Nilsson, the native of Nottingham, England. He'll take the draw, but it's won by Kansas City. Crawford moves to the left point for Carew. Casey Carew skates towards the left side, take a righty shot, saved by Barcheski. Rebound goes to Borchu, moves out to Carew. He feeds it up top to Crawford, over to Carew, across to Androv off the near boards. He's in the right point. Androv will throw it to the near goal line for Morrison, back to Androv. Androv surveys, gets it back to Morrison, who skates horizontally towards the net. He'll take a lefty shot, and that's blocked away. Morrison runs it down left wing. He tries to feed it towards the corner as Borchard gets boxed out by Yoon. Yoon out to Nilsson, who jabbed it off of Carew. Now Nilsson will overpower the puck out to center ice. Good job by Nilsson winning a battle with Casey Carew. Grizzlies make a change. Dashke will clear it all the way out towards Osman, who gathers it behind his net. 8:24 and counting's left in the third. We're still tied at 2 as there's 6 seconds left in the power play. Could this be an overtime game? Who knows? Borchard out to the left side. Konepke over to Crawford. High sliding, fires towards the net. Gets redirected by a stick. Fits it out of the box. Can the long-range pass get towards him? Carew picks it off at center ice. Carew did a good job anticipating Utah trying to get it to Fitz out at center ice, and he picked it off. As Spencer chases his first name, he'll get out to center ice. Got pretty good speed. Crosses center ice, and he will squib one towards the left corner. Fairbrother gathers it off the wall. He'll roll it along. Lowhite gathers it in the right side. Luke Lowhite, wearing number 8, will lay it for Spencer, who fires a righty shot, and that one misses high out to the left side. Lebster trying to get it out towards Wood at center ice. It's jammed away by Spencer. Fonstad at center ice will loft it across towards Lebster. Back to Wood. Wood skips it to the left point. Grizzlies over the line. Corbett skates towards the left corner. Delayed penalty, and Kansas City touches it up. High sticking is going to be the call. 7:27 left in the third, and the Grizzlies are going on the power play. So see if Utah can get a power play goal to take a lead. Draw's going to be in the Kansas City zone. Grizzlies will have the forward line of Mastrodonato, Manning, Shea, and Messner. 4 forwards on this power play unit as Luke Lowhite goes to the box. 2 minutes for high sticking. Derek Dashke's the lone defenseman. And Dashke's been pretty good on the power play. The penalty, they show the replay. Lowhite got Lebster up high as Lebster was entering the offensive zone. Was a good call by one of the referees. Dashke leads Utah with 7 power play points. He also leads Utah with 6 power play assists. Nick Messner takes a draw and he wins it. Utah gets up top to Dashke, across to Shea, right side. Shea back up top to Dashke. Dashke shoulder fakes and gets it to Shea in the right side. Shea dances around. He's being shadowed by Carew. Up top to Dashke. Over to Shea, one-timer, saved by Osman. Rebound towards the left wing wall. It's gathered by Mastrodonato. He fakes it to Dashke. Mastro gets it to Dashke. Across to Shea, who's got 13 goals this season. Over to Dashke. Now to Mastrodonato, left circle. He shoulder fakes. He keeps the puck as he surveys. Now he feeds up top to Dashke. Dashke directs it to Mastrodonato. Less than 7 minutes left in regulation. He'll bank it off the near boards to Dashke. He'll take a lefty shot. Saved by Osman. He holds on. Messner gets back. He gets cross-checked in the back by Crawford as Messner is trying to get a loose puck, redirecting it. Crawford got a free shot on Messner's back, it appears. No penalty on the play. 1:20 is left in Utah's power play, and 6 minutes and 47 seconds are left in regulation. We're tied at 2. Randy Connolly walks up to the concession stands. Hopefully he doesn't call it a night. He likes to leave early from time to time. Hopefully he's here. This appears to be a fun one. I think we got an outstanding finish in store. Messner went to his back to try to deflect one. Osman had it covered. Crawford and Sullivan got free shots on Messner, who was out in front of the net. Messner will take the draw. Same five on the ice that started this power play. Oh, it actually looks like Manning is out there on the ice. Manning, Messner, Shea, Mastrodonato, and Dashke. So one forward was replaced by Manning. Dashke will take the draw and gets it towards Shea. Shea left wing. Backhands it up top to Dashke. Skates towards a high slot. He'll saucer it out to Mastrodonato. The Maestro gets it across to Shea in the left wing. Shea averaging about a goal per game over to Manning, who backhands it towards Dashke in the high slot. For the Mastrodonato, who surveys. Now directed back to Dashke from behind. Dashke right side, take a lefty shot, and it's blocked. Manning hit Kansas City with a high stick, no call. He hit David Cotton up high. Shea across towards Dashke, left side, take a shot, he scores! It's a party of five here at Maverik Center as Derek Dashke gets his fifth up the air, and the Grizzlies take a 3-2 lead. That is his eighth power play point this season. And what a time for it as Dashke roofed it over Osman. David Cotton is yelling at the referee. He thought he got hit with a high stick by Luke Manning. He can't believe there wasn't a call. As Cotton has given Austin Rook a piece of his mind. Dashke just fired it over Osman. Mick Messner did a good job in front of the crease, acting as a screen. Osman didn't see it. Osman tried to spread his arms to make contact with Messner to try to get goaltender interference to be called, but none to be had. And for Derek Dashke, he gets his fifth of the year with Keaton Mastrodonato and Neil Shea picking up the assists. Tad O'Had is furious. He's at the Kansas City bench, and he is yelling at Austin Rourke. Messner was in front of the crease. There wasn't any contact, but Osman, after the puck crossed the goal line, pushed his arms into Messner to try to buy a goaltender interference call. It would be a terrible call if they changed it. Colin Kleinendorf, the mustache linesman, gets an earful from Tad O'Had. That's got to be what Kansas City's arguing. Cotton was arguing. He got hit with a high stick about 10 seconds beforehand. Tad O'Had wants them to take an extra look at it. The two referees will talk it over. They would really be talking the officials into one if they took away this goal. The puck had crossed Osman, and then Osman extended his arms to look like contact was made with Messner. But Osman at that point was trying to buy one. The goal is going to count. Tad O'Had is going to lose his mind. 6:12 left in the third period. And Derek Dashke gives Utah a 3-2 lead as he picks up his fifth of the year. As we mentioned, it is a party of five here at Maverik Center. Dashke is in line to maybe be the number one star of the night. Kansas City wins the draw. They skate from left to right. Utah scored three unanswered. Corbett late in the second period. Andrew Nilsson. Grizzlies. Gianni Fairbrother trips up a Maverick at the Kansas City line. It's going to be a penalty on Utah. So Gianni Fairbrother gets his second minor penalty of the game. 5:55 left in the third period, and Kansas City will be on a power play here late in the third period. We'll come back in 1 minute and find out how this one ends. Mavericks are on the power plays. Fairbrother gets 2 minutes for tripping. This is under 6. It should be a media timeout. We'll see if we'll actually get one. It does look like we have a timeout. 5:55 left in the third. We're tied. Actually, Utah has a 3-2 lead. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Jerry Seiner, the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region. Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Well, all 3 goals by Utah tonight have been scored by defensemen. Derek Dashke broke a 2-2 tie. He scored on the power play 13:48 in, with Masho Donato and Shea getting the assist. But Gianni Fairbrother, the Grizzlies captain, picked up a tripping minor 14:05 in, and Kansas City's on the power play. There's 5:55 left in the third period. Utah's penalty kill's been pretty strong as of late. And that's going to be put to the test here with this high-powered Kansas City offense. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Mavericks 2. Draw 1 by Kansas City. As Mavericks looking for the tying goal. Crude slides one up top, but it exits the zone. Nobody was at the right point. As the Mavericks will reset. Crawford over to Morrison. Back towards Crawford, who's quarterbacking this power play. He'll slide one on towards Morrison. Morrison out to center ice. He'll drag the puck into the zone, and he will roll one to the left point. Grizzlies get it towards Borchard, and it goes past him, and Dashke will clear it out. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. A little bit of nervous energy here as Utah's got a 1-goal lead. Crawford negotiates his way out to center ice. He'll drop it for Crew. Now Borchard out to Androv, who gets a basketball pick. And now Borchard down the middle, take a righty shot. Saved by Barcheski. Rebounds cleared out. Kansas City resets out of neutral ice. Mayer in the area. He'll brush to the Kansas City line. Mavericks fling it out to the left wing. Cotton skips one out in front looking for Androv, but it's picked off by Mayer. Behind the net, Mayer gets held up by Androv, taking the puck to Andrew Nelson, and he'll clear it out. Halfway through Kansas City's power play and less than 5 minutes left in regulation. Mavericks skate from left to right here in the third period. McCallum crosses center ice. He'll chip it off the right wing boards. Berezowski over in the right corner gets it. He'll spin it around. Nobody's at the left point, so the puck exits the zone. Kansas City a little bit out of sorts here on the power play. 4:30 and counting's left. Cotton over to McCallum. He crosses center ice right wing. He'll dump it in. Barcheski behind his net will lay it for Yoon, who spins it to the left side. Puck goes back to Kansas City. Left circle. Lefty shot is blocked by Yoon. Berezowski over to McCallum. He lets it go past him, and clearing it out is Masho Donato. Great penalty kill work by the Grizzlies. Utah will switch things up. Fonstad on the ice as McPherson throws a horizontal pass near the Utah penalty box onto McCallum. He tried to split a double team. It gets taken away. Andrew Nelson will skip one out to neutral ice. Taking it's David Cotton, who skates horizontally towards the Grizzlies bench. He'll dump it in. Fairbrother's out of the penalty box. He'll skate to the bench. Less than 4 minutes left in regulation. Fonstad out to center ice. He gets around to Maverik. Utah could sure use some insurance. Fonstad left side gets double teamed. We get a whistle. I think we got another penalty. Slashing is going to be the call. Who's it on? Fonstad was trying to split a double team, and it's going to be on the Mavericks. Landon McCallum goes to the penalty box. He can't believe it. He gets 2 minutes for slashing as there's 3:39 left in the third. As Skip Carey, the old Braves announcer, used to say, a little insurance wouldn't hurt. And boy, it would certainly be huge here. If the Grizzlies are unsuccessful on this power play, almost immediately after Kansas City returns to even strength is probably when we'll see Osman come out for an extra attacker. Utah leads 3-2 late in the third period. Grizzlies win the draw. Dashke over to Shea. He's in the left corner. Shea surveys. He dances around. Now he gets to Dashke, who right now is the deciding goal. Over to Masho Donato. Whips it around the boards. Messner lets it go to the left corner as he couldn't reach it. Kansas City helicopters it out to center ice. Bouncing puck goes off of Masho Donato. Stick onto Dashke. Dashke feeds it to Masho Donato right side. Masher over the line gets to Shea. Utah looking for insurance on the power play. Manning to Masho Donato, who directs it up top to Dashke. He'll feed one out to the right side. Messner fires towards the net. It goes wide. Shea in the left wing. They'll skate towards the corner. Shea, toe drag, lefty shot save. Rebound, Masho Donato feeds it across. Shot to score! Grizzlies extend the lead, and they make it a 4-2 game. It looks like it's Mick Messner picking it up. Messner, Masho Donato are in the area, and it looks like Mick Messner picks up his 7th of the season. And it's now a 4-2 game as the Grizzlies scored 4 unanswered, including 3 in the third period. Shade to the left side, shot was blocked by Osman. Then Maldonado moved it across to Messner, and Messner found the back of the net. The special teams work for the Grizzlies right now made the difference. Power play goals by Derek Dashke and Mick Messner, who scored with 2:57 left in regulation. Maldonado and Shea with the assists. So draw won by Kansas City as they're out at center ice. Osman's still in there as they're back to even strength. Left side, Cruz centers out front and bounced off of Barczewski. Crawford right side righty shot, saved by Barczewski. And Jake holds on with 2:35 left in the third. So Utah leads 4-2. Messner's goal was scored 17:03 into the third, with Maldonado and Shea getting the assists. Maldonado and Shea also got the assists on Dashke's goal, 13:48 in. So draw is going to be over in the right circle. Osman's out. His net is empty. 2:35 is left in the third. Grizzlies are trying to put it on ice. 6-on-5. Kansas City's net's empty. Smoke him if you got him. Grizzlies have scored 4 unanswered. They lead 4-2. Utah wins the draw. Fitz backhands it across towards Gallant. Gallant has to run it down right point. He fires towards the net. He scores! And this baby's in the refrigerator as Cole Gallant gets his 2nd of the year. And the Grizzlies have scored 5 unanswered as they take a 5-2 lead with 2:25 left in the third. Oh, what magic by the Grizzlies tonight. As Fitz will get the assist on Gallant's goal. Gallant was over on the right point, and he just kind of skipped it towards the net. Crawford tried to stick it away and try to block it with his stick, but Cole Gallant. What a third period effort by the Grizzlies. Kansas City led 2-1 after 40 minutes of play, and the Grizzlies have scored 4 unanswered. Andrew Nilsson early in the third period. Derek Dashke with right now what would be the game winner. He scored 13:48 in. Mick Messner gave Utah some insurance to make it 4-2 with 2:57 left. And then with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in regulation, it was Cole Gallant as Grizzlies scored 2 goals 32 seconds apart. Osman is in there right now as Utah leads 5-2. Mayer carries it across center ice. Now he steps over the offensive line left wing. Tries to get around Spencer. Spencer took it away. Berezowski over to Cotton. He crosses center ice, so moving out to Sullivan right side, who gets pushed in the back by Cade Nilsson. Armstrong delivers a blow on Berezowski. Fairbrother gets it behind his net. A minute 43 and counting here in the third. Kansas City swept Utah in a 3-game series in the first weekend of December. And it looks like the Grizzlies are going to get their first win against Kansas City. Puck bounces at center ice. Morrison loses it. Wood has a glance off his stick. Low height around the net. He gets jabbed away by Mayer, but taking the puck's Kansas City. They try to center it towards Giroux. It's jabbed away by Corbett. Low height. Back around his net. He tried to curl it out in front towards Morrison. Puck goes wide of the mark. Mavericks looking for a shot. It's blocked by Corbett. He'll feed it to the right side. Mazza keeps it out. Take a righty shot. And that's blocked away. Morrison in the area with Mayer. Giroux throws it to the left corner and chases after it. Giroux drops it for Powell. 1 minute left in the third period as the Grizzlies are up 5-2. Utah takes it away. Cole Fonstad's got a breakaway. He's looking for his first in Utah uniform. He'll skate in, back in. Shot saved by Osman. As Kansas City races after the loose puck along the near wing wall. 45 seconds left. Centering pass, Buell. Shot saved by Osman. Grizzlies are buzzing here in the third period. Dashke with a shot that goes wide. Kansas City racing after the loose puck near side. Puck hit in the opposite to David Cotton. He'll skate out to neutralize. He crosses center. Cotton around Nilsson. Cotton skates down the middle. He'll take a lefty shot, and that's sticked away by Dashke, who might be the number 1 star tonight. As Dashke's goal will be the game winner unless Kansas City scores in the final 17 seconds here of regulation. 14 seconds, battle behind Utah's net. Barczewski looks over his right shoulder. Now he reverses his neck. As Cotton battles with Cade Nilsson. Big time hit delivered behind the net by Andrew Nilsson. As 2 seconds left, Grizzlies fans count it down, and that will do it. Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win 5-2, and there is no doubt about it, as Kansas City led 2-0 with 5 minutes into the second period. Cody Corbett got the party started on an impossible angle late in the second period, and Utah scored 4 unanswered third period goals. Andrew Nilsson, Derek Dashke, Mick Messner, and Cole Gallant each found the back of the net in the third frame, and Jake Barczewski was outstanding in net as he saved 30 of 32. Grisby waves the flag in celebration as the Grizzlies are now 5-2 over their last 7 games. What a victory for Ryan Kanasowicz's crew. And what a third period for the Grizzlies. Some words being exchanged. Andrew Nilsson and Diamond Hands yelling at each other. Diamond Hands hardly play. Crawford hits Fairbrother as the Mavericks are going to go home they're going to go to the locker room, and they're going to go back to the hotel a little bit angry. They'll be looking for revenge tonight. But it's the Grizzlies this evening that come away with the 2 standings points, as the Mavericks will head to their locker room. Tomorrow's game might be a little bit chippy. Grizzlies are at center ice celebrating as they salute this great crowd here on a Friday night. What an effort by the Grizzlies. And after a tough go of it from the middle of November through the middle of December, the Grizzlies are right on track. And it might be because Guy Carenza was in the building, taking in his first Grizzlies game of the season. It was great to have Max here as he was hanging out high atop Section 114. Both of the Utah Pro Hockey teams get victories. Barrett Hayton scored 18-28 into the third period. Utah Hockey Club defeats San Jose 2-1. We'll come back and have the 3 stars of the game in 30 seconds. Once again, the final score from a happy Maverik Center is the Utah Grizzlies 5 and the Kansas City Mavericks 2. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
What a great game for the Grizzlies. They fell behind 2-0. But Cody Corbett scored late in the second period. Then the Grizzlies scored 4 unanswered in the third. Andrew Nilsson's the third star of the game. He got the party started in the third period. He scored the tying goal from the right point on just a laser beam that just was hammered past Osman. He's the third star. Nilsson of the night was a +2 and he had 3 shots. Number 2 star, Mick Messner scored the insurance goal. It's his 7th of the season. Messner had 1 goal and 1 assist, and he was also a +2. And the number 1 star of the night, he scored the game winner, Derek Dashke. It was a power play goal. He picked up his 5th of the year. Grizzlies scored 5 goals on the night. Overall, it was a party of 5 here in the first home game of the 2025 calendar year. Both teams had 6 scoring chances in the third period. Difference in the game really is the Grizzlies buried their chances, and on Kansas City's good looks, Jake Barczewski once again came up huge. This is now 4 straight solid games for Barczewski, who's now 3-1 over his last 4 games. Everybody's going to go home happy here. There might be a few Kansas City fans that made the trip and didn't enjoy it nearly as much. We'll go over all the scoring here. Neither team scored in the first period. Both clubs had 9 shots in the first period. And the Grizzlies had 5 scoring chances to Kansas City's 4. Damian Drew got Kansas City on the board first as he scored 2:41 in, with Cam Morrison and Luke Lohite getting the assists. And then a couple minutes later, in fact 2 minutes and 2 seconds later, it was Cade Borchard scoring 4:43 in. Borchard got his team is league leading, 22nd of the year. Nate Konepke and Casey Carew with the assists. Grizzlies got on the board when Cody Corbett scored on an almost impossible angle from the left corner. He looked like he was the only one in the building for about 3 or 4 seconds that knew he had scored. So much so, I thought he was doing the Harlem Shake where he was moving and everybody was stunned silent. But then once Corbett raised his left arm in celebration, he knew everybody else was going to follow by. Corbett picked up his first in a Utah uniform. The most he had in a pro season was 5, which came in the 2015-2016 season with the Fort Wayne Comets. He also had 5 goals in a year overseas about 5 or 6 years ago. Kansas City led 2-1 after 2 periods. The Mavericks in the second period outshot the Grizzlies 12-6. In the third frame, Utah outshot Kansas City 12-11. Both teams had 6 scoring chances in the third period. But really the difference in the game was the Grizzlies buried their chances. Andrew Nilsson tied it up on a laser from the left point. That was 1:56 into the third. Gallant and Messner picked up the assists. And then the game winner was scored on a power play by Derek Dashke. He was over in the slot, a little bit more to the right of the slot. He scored his 5th of the year. Masher Donato and Shea picked up the assists. Grizzlies went 2 for 3 on the power play, and they were a perfect 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. So Utah won the special teams battle tonight. Mick Messner added some insurance with Utah's second power play goal of the night. He got a 7th of the year. Masher Donato and Shea picked up an assist. So Masher Donato and Shea each got the assists in each of Utah's 2 power play goals. That gave Utah a 4-2 lead. The draw was in the Grizzlies zone with about 2.5 minutes left. Tato had pulled Victor Osman for the extra attacker, and the Grizzlies ended up winning the faceoff. Fitz just fed a right wing pass from blue line to blue line. It was run down by Gallant. Gallant was over in the right point of the offensive zone, and he fired it to the empty net. Crawford stuck his stick out trying to block it, but Gallant skipped it in for his second goal of the season. Dylan Fitz picked up the assist. Fitz had 1 assist and was a +2. He had 2 shots as well as a minor penalty. And that was all she wrote for the scoring. Kansas City outshot Utah 32-27, but it's the Grizzlies that come away with the victory in front of a pretty good crowd of 5,165, and that's considering the fact the Utah Hockey Club had a home game. And once again, we've said it a few times, but congratulations to former Grizzly broadcaster Adrian Denny. He made his NHL play-by-play debut tonight, and it was a winning one for the Utah Hockey Club. They trailed 1-0 after 1 period. Nick Schmaltz scored a second period goal, and that was 5:57 in. And then Barrett Hayton got the game-winning goal for Utah as he scored 18:28 in on a snapshot with Bukestad and Mata getting the assists. Nobody had a multiple-point game for the Utah Hockey Club as they come away with a 2-1 victory over the San Jose Sharks. In that game, Georgiev got the start in net, the former Avalanche netminder. He saved 23 of 25 for Utah. Vemelka saved 18 of 19, and he gets the victory for Utah. Both teams will have home games tomorrow night. Utah Hockey Club will host the New York Islanders, and the Grizzlies, once again, will host Kansas City. At the end of regulation, Andrew Nilsson and some Mavericks, there was a little bit of some pushing and shoving behind Barczewski's net. Kansas City was very angry at Utah. About 5 or 6 Mavericks stayed on the ice, including Diamond Hands. They wanted to get after Andrew Nilsson and a few other Grizzlies. And because of that, do we have the makings of a very chippy game here at Maverik Center? Remember, December 7th featured quite a few fights, including a goaltender fight. We don't want to mention the final score, though. Kansas City won 10-3. But it was an entertaining and chippy game. Could we possibly have something like that here at Maverik Center tomorrow night? I'm not sure. There was also a wedding proposal in rows 6 or 7 of section 114. She said yes, and hopefully those two will live happily ever after. Well, why not? That's certainly everybody's goals to someday live happily ever after. I'm not sure if that's ever going to happen to me, but hey, to those two people, congratulations. They had themselves an outstanding night. And they saw a Grizzlies victory. We talked with Guy Carenza during the first intermission. We had Max Brown hanging out with us throughout the game. He had a good time tonight, I believe. And hey, what can you say? Just a good night all around. Both Utah's pro hockey teams won games tonight. And life is good. We'll come back tomorrow and try to do it again. If you joined us late for the post-game report, 3 stars once again. Andrew Nilsson's the 3rd star. He got the game-tying goal, 1:56 into the 3rd period. 2nd star is Mick Messner, who ended the night with 1 goal and 1 assist. He was a +2. And the number 1 star is Derek Dashke, who scored the game winner, 13:48 into the 3rd period on a power play. Keaton Masher, Donato, and Neil Shea each had 2 assists. Messner and Cole Gallant each had 1 goal and 1 assist. And Jake Barczewski, the idiot who picks the 3 stars, probably should have given Barczewski at least an honorable mention there at some point for his performance, as he saved 30 of 32. And really, it's now 4 straight solid games for Barczewski that really dates back to the final game of the 2024 calendar year when he saved 27 of 30 in Utah's 5-3 victory over Rapid City. And here are the 3 starts in the 2025 calendar year. Barczewski's been outstanding. He saved 28 of 29 on January 3rd in a 4-1 victory over Idaho. And then he kept the Grizzlies in the game, stopping 31 of 34 last Saturday. Grizzlies lost 3-2. Tonight, Kansas City only scored 2 goals. They each came within the first 5 minutes of the second period. And Barczewski really buckled down and played an outstanding game to keep the Grizzlies in it. And Utah offensively really got the ball rolling with 5 unanswered. 1 late in the second period, then obviously the 4 goals in the third period. Grizzlies have been rolling offensively. They have now scored 37 goals in their last 8 games. Kansas City, they came into play with an 8-game road winning streak. They were looking to break a team record with a road victory tonight, but instead they come away with no standings points and a loss, as Utah comes away with a 5-2 victory here on the Maverik Center ice. Crowd is filing out. Hopefully we'll see just as big, if not a bigger crowd here tomorrow night. We're going to have a ton of fun here. Last of the 2-game series, last game of the homestand. Grizzlies will be on the road for 4 straight next week in the Central Time Zone. 1 game against Cincinnati and 3 against Bloomington. Grizzlies come back home the following week with a 3-game series against the Wichita Thunder. Well, that'll wrap things up. Had a good time here at Maverik Center, and we'll see what happens here tomorrow night. 6:50 pregame show, 7:10 face-off. Derek Dashke scored the game winner. Grizzlies got goals from 5 different players. Neil Shea and Keaton Mastrodonato each had 2 assists. Mick Messner and Cole Gallant had 1 goal and 1 assist. There was 5 players who were a +2 tonight. They include defenseman Andrew Nelson and Cody Corbett, as well as the forward line of Mick Messner, Dylan Fitz, and Cole Gallant. Kansas City will be looking for revenge tonight, and based on the looks of some of the Kansas City players, they were walking to the locker room. It looks like it might be a chippy game if the Grizzlies offer the type of resistance that they had here tonight. So you're going to want to make sure to be out here at Maverik Center. Gear tickets, UtahGrizzlies.com, and be part of Grizzmania, as Utah is in its 30th season of professional hockey here in the state of Utah. As Grizzlies have been a mainstay here in the Salt Lake Valley for about 3 decades. This was a ton of fun here tonight. We had a lot of crazy stuff happening at Maverik Center. And so join us tomorrow night. If you can't, obviously we got the game on Flow Sports as well as audio coverage on the Utah Grizzlies YouTube channel. We'll come back tomorrow night, once again in 2 hours and 30 minutes, in front of a good crowd of 5,165. It was Utah Grizzlies coming away with a big 5-2 victory over the first place Kansas City Mavericks. With the win, the Grizzlies' record goes to 10-18-3 on the season. Kansas City falls to 29-3-1 on the campaign. Well, we had a ton of fun here tonight. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Gear tickets, UtahGrizzlies.com. Now seeing Adrian Denny make his NHL play-by-play debut kind of reminds me about my dreams. Hopefully someday, very soon, I'll be able to join Adrian Denny over in the big league that starts with an N. That'll be a ton of fun, and hopefully everything went well with Adrian. I recorded the radio broadcast, and I'll try to listen to that tomorrow. He's on the call once again tomorrow as he's filling in for Mike Folta as Utah Hockey Club take on the New York Islanders. I'll be here tomorrow for who knows how many consecutive games. I haven't missed one yet these 6+ years. But just, we kind of thinking about him achieving his dream. I'm kind of thinking about the same thing. Hopefully someday my dream will come true. Hey, maybe I'll be able to announce the same game as Adrian Denny. Well, who knows? Time will tell. It's great having Max Brown here hanging out high atop section 114, and thanks to everybody for tuning in. Once again, in 2 hours and 30 minutes, and in front of a good crowd of 5,165, the Grizzlies defeat the Kansas City Mavericks 5-2. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.